I am sure sports. You know me there, I'm coast to coast representing. I mean, I say this is righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get your sports over here from near and far. Boy, 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 boy. Me say I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know no game play, that me not say it. If me never see no game, me not know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here so. For the day done, you a go love over here so.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crap of players. We are good enough. Remember to like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment. Let me know what your thoughts are.
18 Jamaican herbs and spices add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trick Nick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.
Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, Scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
All right, good afternoon and welcome to I Am Sure Sports. I am Man, your host. I hope you have recovered from the errors on Friday night by our reggae boys in conceding that late goal. Wow, how disappointing. You must have been disappointed. You must have been very, very, very difficult pill to swallow. But we got a point and we could have gotten 3. So I know many of you are, you're not happy about that. We have a game coming up on Tuesday, and I am sure that the best step is to forgetting those things which are behind and look to what is ahead. It seemed to be an impossible task that lies ahead of our reggae boys. It would take them winning their 5 home games, and getting some point on the road as well. So if we can win 6 of the next 7 games, we could still be in the runnings. We're going to discuss that today with an expert group of panelists. Yes, we will have the likes of Altimont Freddie Butler, former reggae boy. We will have Gregory Messam, former reggae boy. He was also part of the 1998 campaign. We will have Dean Sewell, former reggae boy and part of the 1998 campaign as well. And we will have Paul Young, who was also part of the 1998 World Cup qualifying team. And so we are going to get their thoughts and ideas as to what went wrong and what can be corrected as we move forward and seek qualification to the World Cup. All right. But first, before I go on, I want to say a big thank you to all of you, every single one of you who have joined. I know Sunday afternoons are very difficult sometimes. So many you have your NFL games, you have, coming home from church, preparing dinner and all of that. So if you're on, thank you so much. If you're watching, thank you so much. Really, really appreciate your time coming on. To all of you who are already in the comment section, really appreciate the love and the support you're showing the channel. We continue to grow in less than a year. I mean, like less than 6 months, really, we have managed to have close to 2,000 subscribers, and that's because of you. And I want to say a big thank you to you. We're like 27 away from 2,000, and I'm hoping that you can help me by the end of this video today to get the 27 more subscribers so that we can hit the 2,000 mark. Big up Claudine, Fresh God, and Tennessee. So good having you early on and making comments in the comment section. Want to say a big thank you to our sponsors, Tricknick. Tricknick is a Jamaican owned and operated company that operates out of Canada. They use authentic Jamaican herbs and spices to make all their products. And they are offering, in partnership with I Am Sure Sports, they're offering a 25% discount on all their products, right? All you have to do is shop at www.tricknick.ca. When you shop there, you enter the code, one word, I Am Sure Sports 001. We have some persons who have received some purchase, some buy gifts through I Am Sure Sports gifts from Tricknick, and they have said it is really, really good. There's a next company in Jamaica, a major company, and they are just as good, and some say even better than that company. I will not call their name, not giving them any free promo, but check them out and let them know that you heard about them here on I Am Sure Sports. We have a jam-packed week coming up for you next week as well. We have the game on Tuesday, and we're trying to manage the amount of reggae boy info we put out in terms of the actual game and pre-game, all of those things, because at some point, we may not have a campaign, and we don't want to build a program around that. We have a new feature coming up next week. We started one where we have when things go wrong, where we find athletes who have been through some stuff and made one mistake, and it just turned their entire career down a bad slope. All right, we had that feature. Now we have a next feature that we're introducing to you starting next week. It's called the Coaches Corner. And what that is about is that we're looking at, we don't have these coaches, though they are legends in their own right, but they are not in the legends section. There are some big names in coaching. Some of them have been coaching from the 70s, some from the 60s, and they are still involved in football. We have a special show starting with them, starting next week with some of these coaches, and you're going to hear from them. They're going to talk about coaching back then, coaching now, and the national program. And so you can look out for that next week. We have the likes of Andrew Bower-Hines, Desmond Gaddafi Smith. We have Donald Pussman Wilson, Wayne Palmer, Bob Campbell, Alan Skill Cole. We have so many names lined up for you for the coming week and the weeks and the weeks and the weeks following that. So please continue to support this channel. Thank you. I see Formula Sport out here and showing us some love. Respect Formula Sport. I call him the coolest vlogger in town. He's always cool, calm, and collective. Very measured in his speech and in his conduct, and adds a nice flavor to the whole vlogging, sports vlogging platforms. Big up the coach's desk. That's Coach Men's, a very good friend of mine. We support each other in terms of information sharing. Want to say big up to him. And check out his channel, doing a massive work over there. You also have Reggae Boys commentary with Simon Preston doing a great work. You have Unseen Sports, Javan Parchment, always over here showing me love. Dre Anywhere's a Sport. He's also out there. Ryan LFC, someone that I've also had dialogue with, doing well. You have as well, you have Sports Frenzy, friends of mine as well. Check them out. Sports Down the Middle. I've been on that show as well. Great guys. I mean, Talawa TV, um, Crystal, very cool. She's here, in fact, in Jamaica. Will be at the Reggae Boys game. Show her some love. It doesn't hurt subscribing to all the channels. Really, it doesn't take anyway from you. So I'm like that. I want to encourage you to show them love. And if I've left out any, then if you remind me, I will also, you know, uh, yeah, yeah. Please, Shutter, can you tell me which channel I've left out? Yeah. What are your thoughts on uh I don't know. I'm going to go with the Dean of Discipline in the group, who is Claudine, who says I should do nothing to remind us or remind her of what transpired on Friday. So we look ahead to Tuesday night. Haven't heard much from the players. Heard one little clipping from the coach. So it is going to be. Uh, uh, I'm hoping. I'm hoping that we can surprise ourselves. The team can surprise us, and we beat USA in World Cup qualifying, which would be for the first time. I hope that can happen and give ourselves a little bit of hope, because right now hope is fading quickly, quickly. Great, some good performances in schoolboy football over the weekend. We have uh, 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 a show coming up dedicated to schoolboy football. Couple of them this week. I see Gregory Young. Big up, Jummy, big drummer. Um, I see Greg saying we need a coach. No, you know that, no, Claudia, I did call Dre anyways. I made sure I did that. Da 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 da. Oh, right. I love the group is very educated, right? Educated, you don't get nothing wrong when you do these things. All right. Shatta is asking, is our chances over? Well, I would say give us until Tuesday, depending on what happens on Tuesday. What I'll say is that we have very slim chances now, and slim could change to chance, or it could change to no chance. So Tuesday, I think, is do or die for us. While there's life, there's hope. And if we can win on Tuesday night, we will still be in contention. All right. Rob Smith just reminded me that yes, we defeated the United States in 2012. Goals by the late Luton Shelton and Rudolph Austin. So we did beat them. So let's see. And Greg is saying we need a coach ASAP. Bless up, Mr. Downer. Listen, people, you need to check out the Trenchtown Rock Foundation with Joe Downer and friends, and they are planning on doing some great work. They normally do this in December, and so they're planning on doing this again this December, and they need financial support to help all the kids down there in Trenchtown. Former national footballer, boys son player, trying to change the community for the good that he grew up in. Also, the Past Players Association, Unsung Foundation, or that group, they partnered with a few other people, and they were working on the house for Melvin Blair, and that is completed. And so later this week, we're going to have Michael Tuller to come on. Melvin Blair is a former national player who was falling on hard times, and they're going to get him. We're going to show you what the house was, what it is, and all the work that was done up to today. Like I said, they were there doing work on it. I think some of these players are just going through the motion. Yeah, that is, I just think maybe it's communication. Man, I don't know what happened on that last goal. It just seemed like some immature play. I don't want to get into the discussion because I have my friends who are coming in a minute or so. They asked for a little time, so in a couple of minutes they will be here. Yeah, I don't know. Like I can't understand how we conceded that goal when we had more people in our 18-yard box than El Salvador, and we had taller players in our box than El Salvador. I'm still yet, like, I don't understand, like, why Taxi Lawrence didn't shut down the player, prevent him from crossing. I don't understand what Corey Burke was doing. I don't understand the breakdown between Lowe, Liam Moore, and Mariappa. I don't understand why Fisher was positioned in that place. He was just wasting time while Ravel was pointing when the ball was coming up. There are so many things, but maybe they don't get to see the things that we are seeing. But Greg, I mean, Mr. Bell don't want to coach a national team, man. I think you know this by now. That he doesn't want to. Yeah, yeah. Donald, big up Donald Bonito, right? Rudolph Stennett, big coach, bless up and big up. I heard that the school that you're working with, they were held to a 2-2 tie. Somewhere there in Druxall. Basic football is missing in the squad, Greg. Yeah, like some of the things are basic errors. I know a lot of people are saying that Mikel Antonio should have started, but my knowledge of things is that because of the condition of the field and he had just played, they said a certain amount of time, he wasn't even allowed to train, and so he was not supposed to play. This is what I heard, more than 30 minutes, and this has been confirmed that it is so. But he will be available for the full game against the USA. So maybe that is the reason why he didn't start the game, because I didn't want to start him and then have to take him off after 30 minutes. I'm careful of saying those things unless I see documented evidence, because you don't want to be saying something to help push someone else's agenda and then you don't hear the other sides of the story. But that is what has been said, and apparently it has been confirmed by sources out of Wessam. And we want him, but we have to understand that there are some conditions when he plays. Then we have Daniel Smith saying we can do it, but it's not going to be easy. We put ourselves in a bad spot. We just need to play to our strengths. But what is our strength? What is our strength, though? When I say play to our strengths, yeah, man. Big up Joe Dona anytime. Yeah, man. Trenchtown. Right. He says, thank you, sir. I will send you the cash app and the Zelle number. All right. For Trenchtown Rock. And that is how you can support the organization. Anyone who is interested, they have a number if you want to speak to Mr. Dona about what they are doing. But this is a way of doing some work in Trenchtown and Riemann, those places. Yeah. Greg Young is saying that we can't pass the ball on the ground. When we chase a ball, it's like a shot we kick. uh, but the field wasn't good enough. I don't think in this game you could complain about the passing the ball on the field, because both teams seems to have struggled. Maybe I am wrong, but both teams seem to struggle to pass the ball. Right? Went to church and now my headache. Oh, Claudia. Claudia, you can't know, man. God is good, man. God is good. David Nicholson is saying we need a coach that has experience at the high level with good credential, will engage the fans, can articulate themselves, has a well-structured plan and vision. That's a very good point. I think one of the things that has affected Coach Whitmore is his inability to engage the fans in a meaningful way. I think if he were engaging the fans, he probably would not have come under as much pressure as he has. Yeah. No, well, Jeff Nicholson, I don't know if you're talking about the Mikel Antonio situation. Mikel Antonio was anybody, unless you can prove otherwise. But Mikel Antonio was under minutes restriction for the El Salvador game. That's a proof that's undisputed. It's undisputed that he was on minutes restrictions. All right. Whether we should have started him or not is a different thing. But it is proven, it is clear. If you check Messam, if you call anyone from Messam, if you talk to anyone close to Antonio or his physio, if you talk to the players, they will tell you that he's on minutes restrictions. And that is that. Could we have started him and give him 30 minutes? I don't know. Maybe they could have done that, but he's on minutes restriction. All right. That much I know. I can't tell my sources, but I have enough evidence to prove that it is true that he was on minutes restriction. He didn't even train until the last day of training, and he did very light training. So he could have been given, what we can say is that he could have come onto the field earlier. Instead of 15 minutes, he could have come on like with 20 or 25 minutes. We need more squares in the opponent box. I think before we can get to square Michael Woodburn, we need to say we need more passes. Before we get to square, we have to talk about the passes. I heard the same thing. Can they put that? It's not a contract, Remember, sometimes to have good relationships with the clubs. All right. Sometimes to have to have good relationships with the clubs, sometimes you have to go just agree with what the clubs say in the best interest of the player and the relationship. It's kind of hard, but international football, especially when you're a country like Jamaica, you would not find these things with the bigger players in Brazil and those places. But when you're a country like Jamaica, underdeveloped and thing, you have to work with these things. It just comes as part of the thing. It wouldn't happen with bigger nations and bigger players, but because of the state of our football, our country, and how we are viewed in terms of world football, these things will happen. We just have to work with it. I think 30 minutes for Mikel Antonio is just as good if we maximize those minutes and time. No, man. All right, so let me take this one. All right, we're going to get the panelists on, and I'd love for them to take on this, Jeff, what I'm saying, follow me. We must put, I'm not saying that we should not, at no point did I say we shouldn't put our best team on the field, Jeff. I would not. No, listen. No sensible Jamaican would say we shouldn't put our best team out on the field. We all want that. I want that. The only situation that I've spoken about is Mikel Antonio, that he was on minute restrictions. So we are supposed to put our best team out there. And I believe, given that there are less restrictions I think he has a 60-minute restriction for the USA game, from what I'm hearing. Like I said, it could be wrong, but I hear it's a 60-minute. I am going to start him and let him play all 60 minutes. And if I can squeeze an extra 5, I do it. Because if I need a goal, I'm still going to keep him out there. I'm not changing him until him score one. I'm telling you. And then, because if we lose, him don't need to come back. And if we win, you understand me, I'm willing to risk keeping him out there past the 60 minutes. But I would not have done that in the El Salvador game. Ricardo Baggio saying that El Salvador passed the ball well. Yeah, all right. All right, I agree. Before they take off, Grant Ravel was making some passes. Yeah, I mean, all right. So maybe I when I said that they didn't make any. They made passes, but the condition of the field. Listen, there's no excuse. All right, let me say this. There's no excuse. Many poor decision, lot of poor play, but the field was not the best condition. The field was not the best condition, man. Yeah, we can't say that, We can't say there's no excuse. The field is not an excuse because both teams play on it. But the field was not good. The field was not good. But that is no excuse. That was no excuse. But the field was not good, man. The field was not good. Yeah. Tap has never spoken out the fans and told us his plan and vision for it. And I think, like I said, David, I agree with you that part of what he has to do is to communicate with the fans. And his lack of communication with the fans is one of the things that has affected him. I think he's been affected because he did not take time, or he has not taken the time to communicate to the fans. If he was open, that is my thought. If he were open and transparent, and talk to the fans, I think some of the hard time that he has gotten, he would not be getting. That's my thought, right? I don't know why he has not, he has chosen to basically put himself in self-imposed exile away from the fan, and it has worked to his own detriment. You have to engage your fans. Kirkis, you know that somebody's asking me if you are Kirk Hendricks from Comprino. If you are, you let me know because I want to reach out to you. Some compliment, all right? Too much long ball, agree? Yeah, man, but Jeff, everything else, you and I agree on, The only thing I'm saying, that's why I said I never raise up anything. Our best players must play at all times. I'm just saying that with Antonio, it's just a pity that Antonio could not have played longer minutes, because if he had played like from the beginning, then we probably would have would have won the game, but he was on minutes restriction. That's all I'm saying. But our best players ought to play at all times. All of them. Right? Once they're available, they should play at all times. I know that people are not going to believe this is Jamaica. I know what Jamaica is. People are not going to believe until them see it for themselves, right? We need also to stick to 4-4-2 with diamond middle, because we don't understand the 4-3-3, neither the 4-2-3-1. Really? Stick to the diamond middle? I don't know. Like in the USA game, we have to play 4-3-3 now because we have to win. We don't need no two defensive midfielder. We need one. Either you're going to play a Grant, and you play a Grant, Ravel, and somebody else who's going to attack in that midfield. But we're not in this two holding midfielder. Attack. It's better we get 6 love and get knockout than defend and the game end 0-0. That is my position. Attack. Yeah, coach. Listen, the fans are still upset. That's why they're not going to believe we, coach. Yeah. This is listen, like that's what I'm saying. I'm waiting until these guys, you're coming on now, so I'm going to bring them on in probably a minute or two, because I would have started Ravel, and I mean, I don't want to I can't explain what the coach thought. I don't know. I don't agree with it. Ravel should have started, and that's just facts. I don't know why. And Speedy should have started. So people need to remember that a lot of the vloggers had Ravel and Speedy starting with Grant. That was the midfield most people had. So don't blame us, because people make it sound like the vloggers agree with the starting 11. We don't. When we picked our team, we had Speedy and Ravel in it. But we are not the coach. We don't get to put the players out there. It is a coach. So I can only try to find a rationale behind the decision. And so the rationale that I have, because it don't make any sense to me, is that he was going to keep everything safe for the first half and then try to win the game in the second half. So he started with 2 D mid, trying to keep the lead, hoping that in the second half we would I don't know, we would score. Would go on the attack and score. That could be the only rationale. And if that was it, up to 60 minutes, it looked like his plan was working, because I would not have started the team that way. Yeah, it's a good relationship to suit both country and club. That's what I think, coach. Like, and there are other players. Listen. We have to understand, that Jamaica is not respected as a footballing nation. So let us not fool ourselves. So when you get a top quality player like Mikel Antonio that earns more money than the entire program at the Jamaica Football Federation, and his salary for a year probably is more than the assets of the federation, that's what Messam is giving the man. When you play for a country like Jamaica, they're going to put certain clause in certain things. It don't sound fair, but we know that that is the way of the world. Yeah. Based on the FIFA, a club should not dictate to a player how much minutes he should play for his country. What does the FIFA rule says? So the FIFA rule says a club cannot ask, in good faith, ask a next country to manage the play in a particular way. I didn't know. Yeah, if you can tell me the part of the rule that stipulates that, then I can check it out. But I know that just for the relationship sake, a lot of these clubs can do that. They can talk to the. It's not like it's hard and fast, but they will say to the club, do X, Y, and Z. Let us introduce our first guest. Mr. Dean.
Hey, how you doing, man?
I see you're doing well, man. You have on your Jamaican colors.
Always. It's a Jamaican game we are prepared for.
All right. I mean, we have so many comments. I was just engaging the people until all of you guys jump on, because there are so many comments going on. But I know you have been doing some analysis and all of those things and stuff. So seeing that you're on, why don't you share with us your thoughts on the game?
Which one? The upcoming or the past?
The past game. I don't know if you have if you have the emotional strength to rehash the El Salvador game. But yeah, let's start with that. What are your thoughts on the El Salvador game? Where did it go wrong? And what would you have done differently?
I'm not gonna go. I'll probably do it, but we went wrong in. I believe the way we started the game and the way the half progressed. We didn't play any kind of football. We look discombobulated. We look out of sort. We look like we weren't in it to win it. We look like we didn't want to play. We look like we wasn't trying to play. The game was scrappy. I mean, for the most part from both teams. But at the end of it all, we got a beautiful chance, individual brilliance, individual composure, and then team defending kind of let us. Team and individual defending kind of let us down at the end. So it was an up and down, a really down game till we had a little high. Then we just got deflated by a little prick. So the emotional roller coaster for the game. But then again, that is why sometimes we want to watch the game objectively instead of invest yourself as a fan, so you can really go in and dissect the game in its entirety.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Let me probably start from the end and then we get to the beginning. All right. I know that you did some serious breakdown, with the next group, and I saw you sending a lot of clips and videos and to see what really happened. How did we have almost 8 players in, and then the goalkeeper 9 players in the box, and like one on the edge of the box, and concede from a square again when we are taller players than the El Salvadorian players, and we had enough players to man mark them and even to zonal mark. What led to all of that?
All right, there's one thing. Like the more I try to break down the game, and the more I try to do still photos on different sectors before the ball get to the interior for our header. I think we have serious communication issues defensively. And I'm going to stretch it as far back as to the goalkeeper. Right? Because I recognize now that oftentimes, if not all the time, when I freeze or I screenshot the positions, everyone is get caught watching the ball. And when that starts to happen, we now lose sight of the incoming runners, the moving players into different section. So once you lose that, when the cross coming, it worse if you go in zone. Now when the cross coming, you don't know who's going where, who should go what, and then we're not attacking the ball. So that's one of the things that I've come to recognize. The more and more I kind of break it down and kind of do the still shot. You watch it over, you look and you say, okay. And I've seen this consistently. We outnumber the opponent on the defensive side of the ball, but yet still they either get off a shot or get off a cross or get off an opportunity, some of which have led to goals.
Yeah. But what I want to ask is that I keep watching Kemar Taxi Lawrence, who I think he has been looking better. But I realize that when squares are coming in, is it a defensive principle to, instead of trying to block the square, you play some zone. Like I always see him allowing the squares to come in, but he's not in a position to defend the square.
It is now the new norm, It is now the new norm where the players now take one or two steps before the cross, then freezes themselves with their hands behind them, trying to prevent the ball hitting their hand. It now seems like the new norm, and I see it in a lot of the professional games as well. So it seems like the new norm, which again is critical because the closer you get to the player that is going to cross the ball, the less likely or the more of the angle of his cross you have. And when you make one or two step and freezes or stops, then guess what happens? You give the player a chance to now exercise a little bit more accuracy and precision in who he wants to pick out or where he wants to play the ball, because now you lessen the pressure that is coming towards him. So that is one of the things I've come to recognize. It seems like the new norm, which for the life of me, I can't understand that.
Is that the new norm with Jamaica or just
No,
generally in football?
it seems like the new norm internationally, because I see quite a few players, even in the top leagues, doing the same thing. They're trying to protect them. I don't know you can defend with your hands behind you. And I don't know you can close down a 15-yard space after you take two steps. The further you go, the more space you close down.
Meaning the closer you go to the person with the ball, is the more space.
The more space you close down, and the more likely chance probably you have, right, to get a touch on the ball. Right? If the ball is going higher, if you go 5 yards, the chance of the ball going over your head is less. If you stay 10 yards back, the chance of the ball getting up and over your head is more. So, it's just kind of discouraging seeing that and seeing that we keep giving up goals and these crosses. And the players are somewhat identical, It just
Yeah,
depends.
like I'm saying, whose fault is it though? If you concede, because I can count at least 6 goals. Let me give you one. The one yesterday. All right, the Costa Rica goal in World Cup qualifying is a same cross the ball came from. Right, I think Lowe was the defender again.
Two
All right,
USA
the two
game.
best goals were 2 cross that came in the Gold Cup when Costa Rica scored. It was the same thing. In the who else again scored? Like all the goals in the Gold Cup is the same thing. So that's like in the recent games, every time we have conceded, it is the same. So is it that the coach is supposed to fix this? Watching videos and the video.
I'm going to tell you, for me, it's very fixable.
Yeah.
And especially from a wing back perspective, right? It's somewhat of an easy fix. Okay, one of the things you have to do, recognize where our numbers are. That's the first thing. Pick up the incoming runners. Players from midfield, if it's a midfielder going through the middle, you have to track him all the way. Now, once the player on the ball gets the ball, let's say he's inside, but we have a player outside and he's dribbling towards us. For example, the USA game. All you have to do is start taking 1 or 2 steps to the outside. Let them kind of see that you're kind of edging to take away that pass.
Yeah.
That pass might never go, but if you start take 1 or 2 steps, guess what will happen? If and when he plays the ball, you already anticipate that pass so you can close quicker. So now the person on the ball will have to take an extra touch or go somewhere else with the ball instead of trying. You understand? So you're taking away the crossing options. On the inside, players have to pick up, right? We keep dropping into the 6-yard box where we have a goalkeeper instead of edging out to what. You understand what I'm saying? Because the goalkeeper, you have to give him the opportunity to command the 6-yard.
Yeah.
Right? And if you give him the opportunity to command the 6-yard, then you can pick up from a little outside the 6-yard. All this is on the runner plane. So your positioning is very important. Then people tracking and then people committing themselves to challenge for the ball. I.e. goalkeeper going for the ball or not. If you don't hear the goal, if the keeper call, then I think it's safe to say you can give him the benefit. But if you don't hear a keeper call, you have to put your name on the ball and challenge for the ball. That's the only way we're going to stop crosses, stop giving up crosses. Goalkeeper have to put his name on the ball if it's in the area where he can get to it. Any defensive player, as a matter of fact, any player in a green, yellow, and black gears, whichever, however you want to spin the color, black, green, and gold, put your name on the ball and go for the ball. If 2 want to go for it and 1 want to get it, all beat well. If 1 go, get it, all beat well. You understand? So these are simple fix, but you have to commit yourself and willing to give up yourself, right, to get the ball.
Yeah. So you say it's an easy fix?
Yeah, it's an easy fix.
Okay.
But then again, I don't know. So I'm not going to say. I don't know. But if the coaches do that and show the players, this is where you recognize, then you can do stuff to help fix the problem. Because something can't keep happening and you don't know the next game. If it go happen again, the next game come, it happen. And even if they don't score, they keep getting chances.
Yeah.
So even when they don't score, we keep chances are going to happen and mistakes are going to make. That's how goals are generally scored from a mistake. Right? But we cannot compound the mistake by not doing our defensive responsibilities. If we lack that, we're in trouble. And we lack it as a individual players and we lack it as a team.
I see this person Brownman Security saying that management need to talk to the defense as a captain, which is part. I mean, what role the goalkeeper play? Because who is it that he's telling them, man, come in, free man right there? Who does that? Is it that he's telling them they're not following the instructions, or
That's what I'm saying. We don't know. But it's apparent to me, it seems apparent to me that communication is lacking. The goalkeeper responsibility in order to protect himself and his goal. He has a broader view of everything that's coming. You understand? He's paying attention to the ball. At the same time, he's scanning. Hey, player coming from right. Hey, pick up. Runner coming in. Low. Pick. You understand what I'm saying? Commanding. Giving direction. Now, if they don't follow the direction and then things happen, then that's on another foot.
Yeah. All right. Let me get Sir Young.
Good evening, Jenks. What's up?
Yeah, man, we're doing good. How are you doing?
Great.
Look like you're mobile.
Yeah, just coming in from a game. A rescheduled game.
Okay. Hope you won.
Yeah, win 3-2.
So you're going to finals? Because Freddie team gone to finals?
No, that's our regular season game.
Okay. Yeah. All right. What are your thoughts? We're just discussing the El Salvador game. What are your thoughts on the El Salvador game? Yeah.
Just to piggyback on what Dean was saying. Most of the goals that we're conceding is from crosses, and I don't know if the coaches have worked on that in training, but we cannot keep on conceding a goal the same way over and over again. And part of the responsibility is the goalkeeper, but also the defenders, as Dean said, have to take some of the responsibility too. Have to match up with the players every day. Because we had 4 players in the box, and they only had 2 players. As a matter of fact, their 2 players were almost literally fighting to head the ball. And there's nobody near them, but we have players in there, but they weren't marking, So that's a mental mistake, because that's the first time or the second time, and it's also the stage of the game where it happens, left a lot to be desired as to what is going on. The concentration level at the end there is lacking.
Okay. And what are your thoughts on how the team was set up by the coach in the beginning? Do you think, the strategies that were employed with the two older defensive midfielders, nobody in the midfield who can pass the ball? Many people felt like Ravel Morris, who has the ability to pass the ball and does tackle, should have been, yeah.
Well, my view, as a coach, you're subject to criticism. Whether you're winning or you're losing, you're going to get criticized, yeah? I don't like to criticize the coaches, but based on what I saw in the game, I just didn't understand why we had a right-footed player playing, a left-footed player playing right back. That was Fisher. And then we have Leon Bailey on the right side.
Fisher is left-footed?
Yeah, man, Fisher is left-footed. I never know Fisher. Yeah, and I understand that you have to reward the player because he played well in the last game. But I think if you're using him out of position, because we didn't get anything from the right side. So I don't know if the game plan is we're not going to attack on the right side, because we know that Bailey is going to cut in towards his left. Yeah, and Fisher not going to go down there and screw with him right. In time using right was a left-footed player. And then now, I thought that Devon Williams Speedy has been doing a great job in the midfield with Akeem Grant. So why don't you start them? Because they've done a great job in the midfield. Yes, and then we have to have somebody in the middle that can create. And we seem to be lacking. We're lacking in that. And this is not the first time I'm saying this. There's no creative player in the middle of the field that can break down our defense. Yeah, that one ball that Michael Antonio scored, he had to do all the work. He had to do all the work. They played the pass, but he still had to do the work to finish.
Yeah. So you'd have started Speedy and probably a Ravel.
I thought Speedy and the same Grant there, and put probably Ravel in front of them and see if he could create, because I know he can pass the ball. Or you could even put Bailey in front of them, in front of those 2 players, and have somebody else play on the right side and allow Bailey a free roll to roam, either right or left.
Yeah. I don't know. All right, Sir Freddie, welcome. I thought you beat Paul's team, but he says he played regular season game. It looked like you played the semifinal. Or did you play against Dean team? Because nobody not telling who beat who,
No,
They're too far away. They're too far away.
I like when you answer that. It means that if they were close, you'd beat them.
Yeah,
I
man.
wouldn't say that, you know. I probably get a whipping, you know.
Yeah, man, but what are your thoughts on the game?
Oh man.
What are your thoughts on the game? The El Salvador game. What you know?
The El Salvador game, typical, you know. We possession again. Possession was lacking. Yeah, you know, again, I wasn't at the training ground, so I don't know what the coaches saw. But you know, I wasn't really that impressed with the lineup that I saw. I think he could have tinkered with his lineup a little bit more.
Yeah.
You know, first of all, I don't even think that Javon Watson should even be inside the national team, if you really ask me. So we could have played even with a better midfield. You know, Grant could have been there with Speedy, Ravel, you know, or, you know, still yet to see anything from Bobby Reed, you know. I don't think we were expressing ourselves to taking on defenders out wide. And I think our two outside guys struggle. You know, Bobby Reed didn't get past the right back, so Leon Bailey didn't get past the left back. So we had issues with our outside players. Again, it's difficult because we're not at training. I don't know what the coach is seeing inside the training sessions. You know that he would start a team like that. But you know,
The game
we
plan.
weren't even taking any risks. You know, we weren't taking any risks. You know, you see, like nothing is happening. Nothing
Did
was
we?
gonna happen for us offensively,
We didn't have any shots on target except for the goal.
except for the goal. And the goal is pretty much a individual effort by one player. You know, it's not like it's a collective effort or a team effort. You know, it's one individual effort where we have a player just go run off on his own and come up with something. You know, I think we could organize the squad a little bit better. You know, we weren't we had no ideas going forward. You know, possession again was poor, poor, poor. You know, I think we have to set up our midfield where we get more possession. You know, maybe with Grant, Speedy, and Ravel inside there. You know, you have Chippy play inside there, but then we have to find outside players who gonna play if we're gonna play in a 4-3-3. You know, I think Fisher again outside at right back. Poor game, very poor game. You know, so lots of mistakes, you know, and I think we have players coming off the bench too, and they're playing in unfamiliar role. You know, Corey Burke outside there. I don't know what kind of information the coach give Corey also when he came on. You know, because I think even the goal, you know, the goal came from that side,
Yeah, he lost that
that
ball,
same
but
side.
I mean he lost the ball
Yeah, but
initially,
since
but there were
when he
several
came onto
passes.
the field,
Yeah.
yeah, man, he came onto the field and he lost 5 out of 5 balls. You know, my problem with that, he didn't show any kind of effort. He didn't put any kind of effort to win the ball back. You know, the time of the game, the score of the game affects the game. And it's a latter part of the game. So, you know, it's not that he was that tired where he has to dig deeper also. And too often now, from the Gold Cup till now, every time they scored on us, it's from a cross. Every goal that we concede came from a cross. Again, I don't know what the coaches are doing. Are we identifying that so we can stop the crosses? I don't know.
Yeah. Dean, anything to add? Because I like my one of my big question is how can a national team with professional players score in like 6 games, get concede goals in 6 consecutive games the same way? Like is it that they're not following the coach's instruct? Because any sensible coach or coaching staff would must say to the people, like, if we're gonna concede, we're not conceding this way.
Well, you have to put the you have to run the proper drills, right? There's a drill that usually run. You have to score from across. So the offensive unit has to score from across. Now that gives the defender them some practice and working and preventing cross and or defending the cross when it gets in. There are certain drills that you can run to put them in a position to better equip themselves to do it. But as we say, something consistent. And it's not like we're lacking height. It's not like we're lacking height.
Dean, you might seem like you're breaking up. We're not hearing you clearly.
All right.
Maybe because it's far, man. I hear you, but yeah.
You hear me
But
now, Freddie?
Yeah, but I'm not hearing clearly. It's kind of muffled a bit.
All right, let me see. Okay. I don't know why it's muffled.
We're hearing you. It's just the volume. Maybe you can turn up the volume, Dean. But I'm here. We're hearing you.
That's what I'm trying to do here.
Yeah, man.
How about that, Freddie? Any more clear? Any clearer?
Yeah, man. You're all right, man. Just talk like when y'all cuss
No,
on Fabian.
Freddie, I hear.
No, man. I tell you, if you just talk like when you're done a cuss Fabian to pass the ball, give you.
Freddie, I hear me now.
Freddie not here.
It looked like it's over.
It's probably my line.
Yeah, it's probably your line. Your line is probably. PY, you hearing?
Yeah, man, I'm hearing loud and clear.
Yeah.
Okay. No, what I was saying, there are certain drills they can run, and there are certain drills that we used to run from way back, where you say, okay, offensive unit have to score from across. Even though it's an offensive drill, it is also a chance for the defenders to learn to close down crosses, defend the crosses, goalkeeper to communicate with his team, all of that stuff. Right? There's things that you can do to let them get on board or more practice in defending the crosses. Now, with regards to the lineup, the way the lineup was constructed, it seems like we didn't put a lineup together that we were trying to go on the offense. If you're using 4 in the back and you're going to use 2 holding midfielders, now you see where you set up yourself now for what? Practical 6 attack with 4. Yes or no?
Right. Yeah,
so
that's
how you practically set up when you have 2 holding midfielders or 2 defensive central midfielders. Now, even with the lineup he had, right? I was one of them who said I would have played Fisher because I think he's more comfortable on the ball. From what I've seen, he had an abysmal game, this last one, based on his offensive trust. But one of his offensive part of his game is taken away from the fact that Leon is out on the right side.
Right.
But defensively, and who sticks on the outside on offense. So I think there was only one time he overlapped Leon, where Leon kind of laid the ball down the line for me, and he kind of totally mush up the cross. I think that is only one time we got that.
Right. Yeah. He ran on the outside and then Leon.
Right, and Leon played the ball. If we had a little more of that, we could have probably have something. The other thing is, as I think PY and Freddie alluded to, Leon takes the ball. He's not getting by the left back. And to this minute, he has to try to come inside to play a ball and pick up a ball back in space instead of trying to do it alone. It is difficult for Bobby Reed. He's way out of position. You have him on the left side of the field, and he's a right footer. And if we're working to get crosses, you put the guys them on them strongest side. Okay. You're not going to get anything from the left side because remember, Taxi is primarily not an offensive player. Right? So you're going to find out Bobby Reed, and if we're not doing anything on that side of the field, on either side of the field, you see all we have to do, in that case, call for a switch. You go 4 or 5 times and you can't get by a guy. Just switch, make him see somebody different. And it's not like you're going to be severely out of position. The 2 guys that are switching are guys that are going to their strong suit.
Yeah.
But Dean, maybe hard to cut it, but maybe the The attacking part is designed for the outside players not to cross the ball, but probably because you have a left-footed player on the right and a right-footed player on
No,
the left.
PY, I
Maybe
totally
the design is
understand
for
that.
them to cut in and shoot.
PY, but what I'm saying is, at no time, let's say that's the instruction, and if I'm wrong, I'll take the correction. At any time, did we see Leon attempt to turn inside?
No.
So that takes away from that theory that we can have, that is part of the game plan.
Yeah, but he's not a right-footed, so is he going to cross
what
the
I'm
ball if
saying-
he's not a right-footed player?
Right. It wouldn't make what Paul is saying, Dean, is that it wouldn't make sense for Leon to go on the outside because he's not a right footer, so that could not be the plan. The plan must have been for him to cut inside. Which is what you're saying, right, Paul?
Yes, but give and take that. But
Yes.
my point is, for the entire time he's on the field, we have yet to see him turn to the inside to get a shot. You understand what I'm saying, PY? Likewise, we have yet to see Bobby Reed even get a ball to turn to the inside to get a shot. Because remember, when you turn as a left footer and you're on the right side, when you turn to the inside to get a shot, you still have two options. You still have the pass that you can make from your strong foot.
Yes.
And we don't see either.
No.
So I'm saying if that is the game plan, it is not implemented. It was implemented.
So is it that the players cannot execute? Go ahead.
Yeah, but as you go back to what Freddie said, we don't possess the ball for long enough periods to even try and do some of the stuff that we think we can do. We don't keep possession of the ball for long periods. We play and we wait on the other team to make a mistake and then we try to capitalize. We don't even try to build the ball out of the back for the most part. That goes from the goalkeeper. Yeah, for no part. We don't even try to. I don't think the two centre backs at one point go out wide and try to start the play. Not one time. And this is that we're talking about international game. And if you watch the even Division 3 teams, them try to play. Yeah, we don't try to play. I don't understand. So,
but Cameron Lawrence, none of the two wing backs made a cross for the entire game. Like I said, the only one Fisher attempted was poor. But Cameron Lawrence has not even made so I'm trying to figure out what is the plan. Because our wide men are out, they play on the line, so where is the wing back going to go?
You see, these are things that you have to implement in practice, Because the way we set up, and as I said, we set up to start out like we're going 6 primarily defending. So we're already playing protective football. Right? Then offensively, we're going over the top for Leon to chase, for Bowser to chase, for Bobby Reed to chase. So now we're in for trouble. So we're not even building from the back. Get the ball, play to the outside, one of your central midfield, because you have one on the right and one on the left. So any side the ball go, you already have a holding midfielder. You're supposed to have a holding midfielder there. Yes or no? On the inside. So you already have a triangle right there. All right? Now, if the ball goes outside, then you already have a guy on the line. So you have one holding midfielder, either side the ball go. You have one holding midfielder already on the inside. And you already have a player that is close to the line where you already have that triangle where you can go up the side, back to the middle, up. Or up the side, or in the middle, back outside. You understand what I'm saying? You can't tell yourself where. You see, the central midfielder, the wing back, and the flank player make some form of connection. You can't see, as Paul said, where the centre half, the wing back, the flank player, the central midfielder make a connection on either side of the field. You can't see where the holding midfielder, the flank midfielder, the attacking midfielder make some form of connection on either side of the field. You understand what I'm saying? So that's killing the opportunity for us to possess the ball. Movement is an issue. And when Leon get the ball, the play practically stop. Because now everybody are trying to play catch up. Right? And not follow it. So even when him turn back the ball, him not have nobody.
All right, go ahead, Paul. I know you're going to say something.
Yeah, that's as what Freddie was saying. We're not at the training ground, so it's real difficult. I would love to be, watching one of the practices, especially like one that lead up to a game. But but it's, I just don't understand. I just don't understand. We just don't understand. We're not trying to play ball. We're not trying. We don't look like a team that is trying to play. And we are professionals that, on the team, and we just don't look like a team. We can't string 10 passes. And we can't blame the surfaces, because the surface that they're playing on that day was good. So we can't say the field again like one time. But
no, we can't say the field, guys. The field, same field we play upon. And the same field we learn to play upon.
Yep. So I don't know.
And this is
I just need more.
Yeah. Right, the only thing now I say, I don't care about what you're doing at training, but if it not working, because right now, if you get together 10 good player or 10 decent player at 50 or 60, because we can't run, we are going to try to play the ball. Yep. And if we have, and this is a kind of frustrating part for me. We are playing the game, and we realize that we are hit it long, and it's not working. The ball just come back down with throat in a slow. And at no time, it don't look like nobody said, gentlemen, we'll try to put on the ball and get some passes together. Get 2 or 3 or 4 passes, then you hit it long. You understand? Not even that it look like go on. And that's the frustrating part. For me, as a spectator watch. Outside of what is practice and the training.
What the players are doing. Yeah.
Right.
Mr. Messam, welcome to the show, sir. See you're driving, so I don't know how much you can interrupt, but welcome.
Yeah, salute. Sir Youngie, Sir Deep Sir Smokey. How are you, sir?
Bless up.
Guys, views. What's going on? Yeah. What's good?
Yeah, real legend in the building. So, Sir Messam Senior. We have to add a senior to it, right?
Sir.
Go ahead, Paul. You're going to.
Yeah, Grandpa,
Gregory.
No? Grandpa.
So, Gregory, you're not going to Freddie out of the link, brother. Come and ask Freddie.
No, I think he had some problem with his connection.
Yeah, so he's going to sort out his phone. Yeah. But Greg, I mean, you watch the game. What are your thoughts on the El Salvador game? Paul and Dina shared your thoughts. I mean, what are your thoughts on just how the team performed and the result that we got?
Well, the good or the bad? The good or the bad? Which one first?
There is good. There is good. I didn't know that there was any good.
Why are you the good, Gregory?
Yeah, because we're trying to find good. Maybe you can tell us, because none of us can find any good.
Oh, you cannot find the good. First, a lot of people blame Tapa. Yeah, but to be fair, does Tapa get any chance to even conduct a training session with these guys? I'm just asking.
Well, he was there. He was there with them. Because the game was on Friday and they got to El Salvador on Monday. They trained Tuesday. So probably they trained Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
So probably get a few training session in then.
Yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
Yeah, but bro, there's so many things to do, bro. Football, yeah, I don't know, bro. But with the talent what we have, bro, even I don't know what to say, bro. I don't know. Trust me. I don't want to point fingers on Ray and say yes in overtime and this time, because it's 2 different time now. You know what I'm saying? And it should be much easier now than in overtime. You know what I'm saying? If you get the ball rolling, but I don't know, bro.
You can't find it. You see, you can't find it good.
Bro, bro. I just he does that right now for me. I just wish them all the best, bro. You know, I would love to see them pull through, but it's gonna be tough. You know, but
Yeah.
what can I say? Go to the drawing board when there is none. Mm, you
They
know,
said, they said there's no drawing board.
no, there's no drawing board right now. We don't have no time for. We don't have no time. We don't have no
Oh,
time. You know, we don't have no
oh.
time for that. And all right, Two Face and Paulie. So right now, uh, bro, but, bro, but, bro,
Gregory,
Give
when
on,
you,
Calvin. Give
so,
on.
so,
All right,
hear
give
me, I
us the
say,
bud. Give us the bud. Cause you can't find any good, so give us the bud.
the bad is that we, we're leading 9 minutes to go, bro. We couldn't hold on to that victory, bro. We need the most, bro. It's no if and but, you know, as I hear a little clipping from what that oral Tracy said. You know what I'm saying? We couldn't, bro. I used to kind of point finger say Corey Burke make a mistake and Ray and bro, we have so many ways we could have correct it, bro. And yeah, I just don't know, bro. I don't know if it's a spell against us, but for me though, it's much easier than in overtime. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, we're on the right track, but there's something, bro. I don't know if there's a spell. I don't know if Dean Sewell and Parlium can break a spell and Sir Altimont. I don't know. We need because now for the rest of the game, what we have 4 home games or 3? 3 and 2 away games.
Five home games.
5 well,
5 home games and 2 away.
well, mathematically, if we can utilize the home or if we can open back the office, because right now the office cobweb up. So we need to open it. Where Bronco still alive?
Bronco.
Yeah, the groundsman for the National Stadium.
No. Boy, we not to know.
No, but
Yeah. Yeah.
no.
All right,
Bro,
Dean.
right now, bro. Well, hey, still enough. I still believe enough. I still believe enough. So we can make it, you know. It's
I'm
just
not
that,
hearing
as I
clearly,
said, bro, when I
gentlemen.
know,
You're not hearing?
yeah, come here, break up, man, because we're
No,
on the
I
highway,
think
bro.
you have a problem with him connection. Come here, hear him clearly.
Okay. All right. All right, Greg. Let me. Dean. So let me say this. All right. So that game is. What are the things now you would correct going into the USA game? Because that's what we have to do. Because really and truly, it's hard to find anything to say. We can't do anything about the El Salvador game. What are the
Right.
things that you think we need to fix going into USA game on Tuesday? Because if we lose this game, it's
USA
done.
game is a no-lose game, okay?
Yeah.
It's
So
a can't lose. Again,
yeah.
as I say on Friday night, right? We're going in there with a point. That's where we all start the game. And that was one of the positives, right? With all the negatives, that was one of the positives we had on Friday. We went in with a point. We came out no worse than the point that we went in with. USA game, we're going in with a point. How many games we have, Lee?
7 games.
So we have 21 points, right? At our disposal. We're going with a point. We cannot leave with 0 points. So we have to shoot for the 3, and if needs be, we protect the 1. Now, whatever changes he's gonna make, he can't go back with 2 holding midfielder again. And as a team, I'm going to tell you this. If we lose track of our markers in the USA game, we're in for a long evening. The US players are running like an oil machine. It's like somebody wind them up and just let them go. Them just run. Them have the quality. Them have move the balls. There's some things that I see they do consistently. One of it is if they are deep within the half, they're playing the ball to the outside. If they are above the halfway line or just inside your half, their attacking midfielder, when the ball start to go wide, their attacking midfielder goes directly from the middle and a diagonal run for that pass to play down the side. So if we're not tracking our players, we are going to win for a long night. And then when the ball gets down the flank, you have Pepe, who is always going towards the near. He doesn't go far post. It's two spots on in the 18-yard attacks.
Yeah.
The front post and the penalty spot. That's the two zones where he attacks. And then they have what's his name? McKinley.
McKinney. Weston McKinney.
Right.
Yeah.
If we do account for him on crosses, I can assure you he's going to score. Because I've seen now where he has been, even though he's not the tallest of US players, he's one of the guys that, especially on corner kicks, wherever he is, they try to play the ball.
I don't think he's going to play.
Well, we don't know.
Yeah, but I think he's out of this match though.
Yeah, wherever he is, you have to account for him.
Who's that doing? Who's out of the game?
McKinney, Weston McKinney, the USA guy. He's out, man.
Oh, the US guy. Okay.
Yeah. Somebody's asking if you're a coach. I think all of these guys are coaches. I think Dean coaches, Freddie coaches, Paul coaches, and Gregory coaches. So they're all coaches.
So that's where we can go to 4. I think we must go 4-4-2.
4-4-2, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, any personal change, or you starting the same 11 and just change the formation?
It's impossible for you to start the same 11. It is practically impossible. And if we do that, we're not trying to win the game.
Okay.
I can say that without a shadow of a doubt. If we start that same 11, we're not trying to win the game.
But let me ask you.
Which 11, Dean? Dean, the 11 against El Salvador?
Right.
Yeah.
But my question is, Javon Watson though. Javon Watson, would he be because I mean sometimes the coach rotate him at as man mark and sometimes at central midfield. Or would he use him in the US game?
Well, he's not supposed to like what Freddie says. He should not even be in the squad.
Yeah.
Well, him in the squad, but the one thing I'm gonna say.
Well, him in the squad. Yeah, him in the squad. So there's nothing we can do about that. Only the coach can make that decision there.
If we start the same 11, I'm telling you right now, we do have the slightest of chance.
So Dean, question: what about the 11 that start against Mexico? I didn't like that 11.
Well, them do have. Who started in that?
No. The Mexico 11. You don't have Leon Bailey. You have Romario Williams, who is out of the squad.
Wow. Okay.
Romario Williams, I think his name is. But I agree that 11 has to change. So I don't know.
I think the coaching staff agree with that too. I don't know anything, but I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt. As a matter of fact, one player totally eliminate himself. Him socks give up on him. This first I see a man socks come off and put without him.
Which player that did?
Hacker. His socks was hacked off his feet.
Who?
Javon Watson. Javon Watson has to build. There's no way he's supposed to start in this game.
But question, want to Tariq Maki. Is he injured or?
Well, we don't know if they carry him in for this game, carry him back in the
No, he's not available.
Okay.
Because he wasn't in the squad. So he's not going
what
to
do you
be
mean not available?
He's not available. He was not called and he's in a next country.
Or is in Belgium?
It's not that he's not available. He wasn't selected.
Oh, right. He wasn't. So if he's not selected, he's not available for selection in the 11.
He's available.
Okay. I didn't know that.
A man not available is when you call upon him and say, well, me have some responsibilities when me have to do and me can't make myself be available. That's when you become not available. But if the choice is not to select you, it's not your availability. All right.
But my question, Dean, yeah. If all right, the coach called Javon Watson. You don't think him if he could call Javon, why couldn't give call Rudolph Austin? Yo, why you laugh, bro? I mean, Rudolph. Remember, Rudolph just come off a successful season in Denmark, you know. So he was active. So why not, you know?
Well, we don't know the criteria that they're using to select, you know.
Well, what I'll say is that Haka should not be in the squad, and Rudolph Austin is not supposed to be in the squad.
PY, you just come back.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask you this question.
Yeah, ask me.
Can start that same level against US?
Yeah, man. That can't be. That can't work.
I just go on record and say, if we start that same level, we're not trying to win this game. We're not trying to qualify.
Yeah.
If we start the 11 that start against El Salvador,
If it's even one change,
after made,
it has to be.
No, man, it has to be more than one.
No,
Mikel Antonio. Oh.
I'm just saying, if it's even one
change must be made.
2 changes must be made.
Must be made.
2 changes.
Fisher
cannot play, and Antonio has to start.
Yeah. Right? So Antonio must start.
Any other 8 fling together? Right?
I think, listen.
With reasonable credibility to play.
Yeah. I don't know what you feel, Paul, but I would drop Watson, keep Grant. I'm keeping Grant, right? That is Anthony Grant. But I'm dropping Javon Watson and I'm bringing in Ravel Morris, right? Mikel Antonio is starting, so I'm going to go. O'Neal Fisher is being benched as well, right?
Why I bench Fisher? Why I bench Lawrence?
Let me tell. Well, I'm going to tell you why I'm going to bench Fisher. Because if Fisher is not going to give me anything offensive, then I'm going to put Maria over there, Mariappa, and put Liam Moore. Because Mariappa was very slow in the middle. So if he's not going to go forward, I'm going to put Mariappa at right back because I don't need anything going forward, but he's more solid defensively.
So put Maria as a stationary right back.
Yeah, and bring in Liam Moore because Fisher was stationary anyways, and he's poor defensively. So I'm going to use a better defender.
Yeah, but man, he's stationary because they play with somebody that sits on the outside.
Which is what's going to happen because they're going to start Leon Bailey again.
But if you go to a 4-4-2, a diamond, then you have a whole lot of possibilities where you can use all of the complementary players. You can use Grant, you can use Roof, you can use Ravel Morrison, you can use Leon. Right?
Okay.
But Dean, I don't cut you and Paul. We still need a ball angler now who can supply Leon Bailey and the Antonio and them guys there up front, you know. To me, I think them guys there do too much work, bro.
Them doing too much work because we're hitting the ball from back to front. And we're missing them by 30 yards.
Then when I possess the ball, so you got chasing at Gregory. When I possess the ball, you got chase.
Yeah, we know. And we know.
So,
bro, we definitely need somebody who can take control of this game, bro, and distribute them passes, bro.
And if you ask me, probably I would even play Grant. Because we're going to need legs in the middle of the park. I'm telling you right now, we need legs in the middle of the park.
Yeah, definitely against US, you're going to need legs.
So this slow motion the ocean thing now going to work. So
you start Speedy.
I would have go with Speedy. I would have go with Speedy Williams. I would have go with Ravel Morrison. I would have go with Roof. I would have go with possibly Leon Bailey, even though he don't give me nothing. Put him on the left side, and if him ramp with it, him out.
And
then I use if you want to use Bowser and Antonio, and here's why you can use Bowser or Eva Burke and Antonio, or Bobby Reed and Antonio. Right? Let Antonio be the point man because he have the strength to hold up the ball and the strength to turn the defender and the strength for Leon play off him, the strength for Roof play off him, the strength for Ravel play off him.
Yeah.
So one team at the point man because really and truly that's how we get the goal. You know. It's a clearance we get you know. The ball clear from in our half, luckily in the vicinity where then.
Yeah.
And he be able for manangle the defender and get by him, you know. And with absolute composure, slap the ball in the net. Chip the ball in the net.
What are your thoughts, Paul? I mean, and what would you do to the starting 11?
With what we have available right now?
Yeah, and what based on what you said, the El Salvador game, how many changes you think? What we need to alter going into the El Salvador game?
We have to have a more offensive mind lineup, as Dean was saying earlier. Yeah? As you said, probably gonna go to a 4-4-2 or even a 4-3-3. And hopefully we could get something going down the flanks. We're not getting nothing from either flank. And based on when we started to play, and before we even start, we know that a lot of goals come from crosses. And if we, a better chance to win a match if we can get crosses, but we have to have the players in those positions to take people on and get some crosses across. So we probably could go to a 4-3-3 or even a 4-4-2. But as Dean said, we barely have to take up some responsibility. We have to get by the wing back or wherever he's playing and get some crosses in. As I said when I first did my interview, that he needs more. He can play, but we need more when he's playing for Jamaica. And he have to take up that responsibility. Yeah. Now I have the exact players we want around him, but you need to do more, man. He needs to do more. Because he has quality.
In terms of what, Paulie, he must do more because
he has to have more. He's not having an impact on the game, Gregory.
Yeah, and why, bro? Because he must have focus to go and fetch this ball from in our half, bro. Our defensive half to go forward, bro. And that's unfair, bro. A whole heap of work that, bro, to be honest, bro. Because as we say, we don't have nobody distributing the ball going forward, bro.
Messy.
We need somebody, bro. Okay, we have played, bro. We bypass the midfielder, bro. Either Damien or try to make them the final passes there are taxi or whosoever round there, bro.
But Messi.
That's a good point, Dean. That Bailey end up having to come so deep to get the ball because if he don't do that, it's just some long ball way over the top.
But even when them come deep, them still lick it over the top.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
So the come for the ball is not an issue. When him come for the ball, him no need for turn and try dribble past everybody. Use your support, get a 1-2, pick up the ball. The easiest way for beat a defender.
But where it is though, Dean, we lament on that, so when we pick up the ball, we don't make 3 or 4 passes together, It's just one. If we do make one, the next one's going to be a long pass from going nowhere.
But Messi, that's the point where I try make. When him pick up the ball and him turn, if him just take off and the dribble to try go 1v1, so more often than not, by the time him turn to take out one player, him get chopped by 2 or 3 players. What does that mean?
Yeah, we know that.
What does that mean though, PY? It means 2 or 3 players leave open. Yes,
who was supposed to be supporting him, bro. As in
okay, so now
Dion or anybody pick up this ball already. Don't we have a triangle form immediately, bro. To try
that's
get
that's what we don't have.
This pass going, bro.
That's what we don't have. From him turn, it's like the players them just stop. So now man show for give him a 1-2. And as I say, it can be effective because we see it try once. Where him hold up the ball, turn to the middle a little, hold up the ball, Fisher overlap it. We see it work once. And that is the only time it was present. If I play the ball down this side that give PY or give you Messam, and you break, if you see a man come, because here's what the option does. The option takes the defender into two minds. Can I defend the pass or can I defend the dribble? If him choose to defend the dribble, you have the option for the pass. If him choose to defend the pass, you have the option for the dribble. And if none is created and you're left with only one, that is the only way they're going to trap you. If you leave yourself with only one option, or the team leave you with only one option.
What?
So if the options come, if him get 2 or 3 options, and him choose to take none, then you can throw it all upon him. But if there's no option, he can't take no option. And I don't think at this level, nobody's going to take the ball from deep in our half and run by anybody. No matter the talent pool where we have. So if we now use the supporting cast, whether them good yes or no, we have to use them. And we can't say it because we see what when the change make in the game and Ravel come in, it's 2 or 3 times we see him get the ball wide. When him hold up the ball, knock the ball, and him become the third man in the triangle. Him is the first man in the triangle, and him become the third man in the triangle. So it's not like we cannot do it or we don't have the quality to do it. Are we committed to do it? Again, as PY said, we don't know what going on in the training session, or them plan for play or all them want to play. But we just are telling you from what we see with the naked eyes, the football is ugly. It is crappy football. It is hoping we can act upon some individual brilliance to get us a goal. And we cannot win like that because all the teams that we played, all the teams that we played so far are very organized defensively. That is why we're struggling to score.
Yep.
All the teams that we're playing are very organized. Even if they are shambles in offense, they are very organized defending. And you can see where them scout whatever players them think can become a threat to them. That is why once Leon pick up the ball, somebody will confront him and somebody immediately approach from wherever to him left side so he cannot come on the inside. So they themselves take away the strength of him coming in inside. So him forced to go down the wing, which now the left back recognize it, so him going to beat him to that spot every single time.
Yeah, Paul, you were going to say something. Go ahead.
Yeah, we know that the US is very organized, both offensively and defensively. And you know that they're going to do the same thing over and over and over again. Yeah, because that's how they play. And every now and then, as you say, in Mexico game, them keep on playing and the goal them come because them don't deter from what they're doing. But they have a way of doing their things. We just seem to be disconnected and disjointed, and we're just playing because we have to play a game. I don't see any, as Dean said, they look really ugly. And sometimes it's just frustrating because when the players play for their clubs, they show a lot more. When they come to the national team, it's struggle, and more struggle.
Yeah, and I mean, like, this is where I think, I mean, Tapa has to take a lot, because, listen, at the end of the day, if a man play today and look so bad for Jamaica, go and play the same position in the next team and look excellent, the coach has to take some responsibility, which is part of the problem. Like, this is enough game now. I could understand in the first 3 games, but now we have to look at it. What system? So this is now 7 games. How? So maybe you can tell me, because you guys are all coaches, how long does it take you to get people to know a system? It like coming from the Gold Cup, all right, some of the players, you have a little bit of interchange, but most of these players, they, except for Antonio, they have been around for a while. I would say Antonio is the newest. Go ahead, Paul. How long does it take you or mature players to get into a system?
Professional players shouldn't take long.
Yeah.
It shouldn't take long. Especially a professional player. I mean, they can read and they can write. The blackboard, we have computers, we have games we can watch, and we can go through drills and stuff and say, listen, you're a professional, you're supposed to know certain things. Yeah, but we don't even look like that. But I mean, we should be able to within a week, 2 weeks. You know, you give a player a system, like I said, the American NFL or whatever. I mean, I don't really make a comparison with them, but them are players where them read. And the players them know say when the ball is there, them do that or whatever. Yeah, so we can create situations where you have a blackboard session or whatever. You can give them booklets or whatever and say this is how we want to play. When the ball is here, this is what I want you to do. When it's there, this is what I want you to do. And as professionals, it shouldn't be that hard, it shouldn't be that difficult to adjust to any system.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be that difficult.
Which is probably the question is then, maybe there's no system. It's more built around personnel. In other words, which is I believe the team is built around personnel. These are the players that I'm going to use. Somebody will play them. So
man.
Go ahead.
We always say this. It's like I said where we always have a Jamaica. We have a side, we have to play against teams.
Expound on that for the people.
Because all we do is just put personnels. These are best players. With no team coordination, no system of play, no philosophy of what we want to do, no function, no player getting their required functions and responsibilities.
Yeah.
So we will go in off our creative instincts.
Yeah. Can we go all, Paul? Can we go all out attack against this USA team because they're the top of the league? They're coming off a big 2-0 victory over Mexico. I mean, they seem to be on fire. Christian Pulisic is playing ball. I mean, well, I guess we have no choice. But how do you prepare a team to go in a game where you're playing against a top team, and but you have to win? Like, you know, how do you prepare? Yeah.
We can't go all out attack. If we go all out attack, we'll get killed. But in this situation at home, I tell you right now, we're going to sit back and lick them on the counter and use the speed, put some man up there and use the speed and try to beat them. Because they're going to stay organized. So I have to try make them come in as much as closer to the half line. And when we win the ball, we just knock it over the top. That's what I would do.
Brother, that hasn't been successful, and here's why.
So what we're going to try to do now then?
No, what I'm saying. You see, if we had a range in our passes, we have players who hit the ball too far. No,
we can't pass the ball out the ball.
I count more than one occasions. Whether it come from the back and we are pinpoint a forward we are trying to get it to. And when the ball, the forward now the defender have a chance in the ball and the goalkeeper or the outside collect the ball. So even if you say we have to try hit the man the counter, we have to put the ball in a space where we have a chance to get the ball.
Yeah, because we're going to defend low D. We're not high pressing now. So we're going to have enough space. So even if they overhit the ball, the sports you can't get it. This is how we speed up top. If we use a core work, Bailey and Mark Antony, make him do up at that point, and we just play off him.
No, that is the option. You have to try to get it into the man, but we can hold up the ball.
Yeah.
But
we are saying the man them by 20 and 30 yards.
Okay.
Yeah, but Dean.
So a passing range and quality to me not did it.
So go ahead.
Then.
What, Dean? No matter what we are saying right now, right now, bro, Coach Chopper make up his mind, Java Watson, anything, That's a team philosophy, bro. And that may I tell you now, bro. And no laugh. We can tell you that. Java Watson first step on the match card, bro. With
in Sacks decided to show up next game,
What? But bro, you look like so the gaffer make up his mind, bro. Java Watson, number 15 with any 10, bro. That me I tell you, bro. You think a joke? Watch.
No, we think we want them a joke here because you're really serious.
Where get the information from?
Serious.
Where get the information from, Gregory?
Bro, if all the games are qualified games, we have this number 15 here, bro. And we have a position field, bro. No matter who we are playing, weak or strong opponent, bro, the Gaffer going to have Javan Watson and any 10. Argument finished, bro.
The only
way that unless Javan decides, only way that unless Javan decides, say, no man, right now, the being unfair, you know. I'm cruel to myself, you know, to tell the coach that I don't want to play, you know, bro. Yeah, man, there's no joke, bro. Something wrong, bro.
Give me that argument, Messam. The only real hope we have is that in the last game, him Sacks decided now going to more.
Yeah, but it no matter if he Sacks. Top of have him as the general with a beat trackers and second on this ball game, you know, bro. You look like, you know, see, that's the reason why coach Tapa have Javan Watson, bro. Bro, to me, bro, to be honest, Javan for just say, coach, man, no, man, why you know, coach, what one? I don't know no secret for you, man. Why you constantly call me, you know, this setup, bro? Yeah, man. I'm man, for be honest, bro. Because,
I put him in that position
bro.
for national abuse, boy.
bro, if he's so interested, bro, put him upstairs, bro. Make him be a part of the coaching staff then, bro. Yeah, we have too much players, bro. We can't fit that slot there, bro, man. Bro, come on, bro. Not 38. Come on, Javan, man. Be honest with yourself, bro, man. You know, if you tell me twice, you know, bro, the first game me play, I'm sitting and work out, you know. I'll meet myself, you know, bro. Yeah, man.
Yeah, you know what is funny? Like, the oldest player on the team in 98 was Peter Cargill, who was 34, right?
Right.
Cargill was the oldest player. And when I think with that team, this is what Go ahead.
But, Mr. Oz, when at Cargill at 34, bro, the other 10 players, bro, we are support Cargill. We make Cargill look good in every way possible, bro. True or false, Dean?
I don't like. We're going to back him up. And he's going to do him work.
We do that. So Cargill forever look good, bro. Rest in peace, General. When Cargill do
get the ball, you know, he's not trying to look long, you know. Percentage, closest pass to him.
Yep. Lose it.
He's not losing it.
Losing it.
No.
When
we can't give you that.
He's not. Him having defensive responsibility. He might try to fulfill that to the best. If him can't catch the man, him pressure him into smarter way we catch him.
Yep.
Yeah, man. He will call out, man. He said, Dean, BBR Messam, Ray, I will get here. Yeah, man. No joke. We always support. Matter of fact, we support each other them time they too. And you know what's surprising to me to Dean and Paul? The caliber player where Tapa was, bro. Bro, where Tapa, who was the best midfielder when we are playing now at time, bro? Tapa down. So why don't have that type of caliber player that in I'm set up, bro, as a coach, bro? Where's that player?
He said they don't work hard enough defensively.
Him can't find any.
Them don't work hard enough defensively. Huh? They don't work hard enough defensively.
So now players around him can help them defend, man. Good players around him are going to defend.
Break up and not even area player.
Man, if we are playing with two holding midfielder, we don't need a third midfielder we have to defend. All him have to do is stand up on the man defensive midfielder. Make sure him not play.
Yep. That's how simple it is.
That is why Maggie wasn't called back in.
Yeah, man,
if we are going to play with two holding midfielder, that take away the argument. Practically take away the argument about one midfielder, one offensive threat, or one offensive capable player that can create something for you. That take away that narrative that really and truly him not defend. That's why we have two holding midfielder.
Yeah.
Me not hear nobody say that about Leon. How much time Leon come back and defend? Bobby Reed do it. You understand? Maybe twice Mr. Leon get back in the game.
Yeah.
And give us some defensive work.
Bro, me can tell you though, we have two. Me can tell you about two offensive players where you definitely get defensive work from. Bowser and Corey Burke, bro. Them generally, oh, bro, man. Them generally work, bro. Them work out them shot, bro. So by them forget offensive, bro. Why then start chuckle, bro. Yeah, man, no joke, bro.
Dean,
Yeah, bro.
me feel some can play Leon Vale in front of them two man in a midfield, you know, and get more out time, you know. That tell you,
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Paul Young, and that me said to you, know, bro.
Put him in there, so
Play the 9, you know, bro.
yeah. The falls 9 there, so.
Yeah,
BY.
bro. Me think
BY,
that
me agree.
ranks to play this, bro.
When I tend for
10.
look at, I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell you from because this argument came up prior in our group of us. When we look at Leon playing, most of the time, if him ever play there, he have to always come back in there and start from there. You understand? So he can go either side. And in tendency is to go on the outside and just stay out there. So you don't even want to have that player in that offensive spot and then him just, you understand what I'm saying? Because then they
Him
can
last.
shoot up again from
Dean,
the
you think Sam would have lost at number 9?
No, I'm not saying he would have lost, but I'm saying because of his tendencies, him tend to when him there upon the outside. Okay, sometimes as an outside midfielder, you find yourself a flow through the middle to get through the line. Even if the center forward go outside to take your position, even on the offense. Well, we don't really have that, but I'm just saying, right?
Yeah.
If the center forward go outside and a diagonal run to pick up a ball, we don't even see that. You would have seen how Leon, as the outside guy, would have slide to the middle to take up somewhat the false 9 position, yeah?
Yeah.
And you're not on a false 9 either. I mean, I like you that term. You're not on a false 9. The man in the
That's
position
10.
is the 9.
That's 10.
The man in the position for the 9 is the 9.
Yeah.
So no false 9.
So the 10 then. Him play the 10 role.
Yeah, you don't say. You understand what I'm saying? So that kind of tentative for me, just to say, I would have used him there. Because we have capable Ravel Morrissey play there. I think Bobby Reed play there. That's where he play for Fulham. Roof play there.
What have they done Dean playing there?
Well,
all them under the car.
But no, Ravel Morrissey get to play there yet, you know. Because only 2 games Ravel play now.
No,
the Panama game and the last game. So maybe he's a good option.
Bobby Reed has not played there yet. You know. The one game he played there, I think, is in the Gold Cup where he scored the volley.
Yeah.
That was the one game, but outside of that, him play on the outside.
I'd put Ravel Morris in there though because he was the only one who came on and played a couple of balls forward, even in this game, and he was playing as a CDM because by this time the 2 CDM came off. So I would say Ravel.
But remember when Ravel came in, you know, Speedy came in at the same time, you know, so Speedy was practically the older.
But he was using 2 holding midfield, I thought. I don't even know.
No, it was.
When was one holding a box to box?
Huh?
It was what he was doing. One holding a box to box.
Ravel was high most of the time.
Okay.
Even on the outside, he was higher than Speedy most of the time.
Okay.
Yeah, break up management.
Yeah. No, Gregory breaking up.
Yeah, Gregory break up.
All right, Mr. Porter is saying this. People who comment, I know there's a lot of comments. They're going so fast. I'm trying to capture as much of them, right, as possible. So bear with me. In the meantime, please hit the like button. If you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe. This one is saying, Dean, Paul, and Messam, with all due respect, some of the players in the national team only plays when they have the ball. But
we addressed that.
Mr.
Porter, your point is right, man. We already addressed that.
Yeah, we addressed that already.
Yeah,
we agree with that.
Yeah, but I like the formation that you have, Dean, and I think what you think about it, Paul, the 4-4-2. But I would go with Shamar. I think one of the USA centre back got red carded, Robinson.
Yeah.
Don't worry about who get red carded.
A lot of replacement.
A robot USA.
Yep.
When you talk about discipline set of players, they're not just in a way from the defensive or offensive responsibilities.
Anybody that they put in there gonna give the just the same.
Same thing with the other man.
Same effort target.
That him gonna do. If them put a
Okay.
40-year-old now, and the same thing gonna do with the 30-year-old.
Okay.
That is
But
why they don't
yeah.
look when they're playing against anybody. They don't look out of sync, as if they don't know what they're doing. The runs are practically the same, right? It's just a few players have a little bit more individual display in certain areas. But the run, them can lock them eye and pass back, and they know that somebody will go out there. You know what I seen in the Mexico game? A player get the ball about him there on the flank, about I want to say about 20 yards PY. And a player, him see the player and just pass the ball down the flank. When they realize nobody did it. You know, the player when no run said to him, sorry, I'm my bad.
Yep.
Because he know that's what them practice.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yes.
So even if, and it goes again with a defensive structure. If we do the same thing day in, day out, if I look around and I'm supposed to be in a certain spot, or Messam is supposed to be in a certain spot, and Messam is not there because of something our practice, it is easily for I can just run 10, pick up Messam's spot, somebody else run 5, pick up my spot, and you work right back in sync. Your personnel change, but your positions not change.
Yeah, Dean, that's how we call it rotation, bro.
Right?
Each
Your
one
rotation can be quick, and your transition to what you're supposed to be doing can be quick and effective.
Yeah. Yeah. But you think the 4-4-2 can work, Paul and Gregory?
Well,
With a diamond midfield.
Yeah.
yeah, man, can work,
Against
man.
USA?
Yeah.
Against
Can
USA
work.
and use like Bowser Mikel Antonio as a 2-point person.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. Because we need them two generally up front, no doubt. Against US.
And then at the base of that midfield you can put probably Grant and then have Speedy, Ravel and Leon. Speedy, Ravel and Leon and Grant in there. I don't know.
My only issue with Grant is the USA top 5 or 6 players. Them have speed and them not top move.
And they are young.
Yeah.
I mean the midfield is a very young midfielder now, under 23. Most of the midfielders in there.
Under 20.
Yeah.
McKinney.
Under 18, just 18. Pretty young players.
Yeah.
You understand? So that is my problem with Grant. You understand? I believe we have to have legs to match up, willingness and discipline to track our player. Not when the first run make, because USA make 1 run, then 2 run, then 3 run. And if you go with him the first run and him turn back and make the second run and you not go with him, dog me and supper.
Yeah.
We have to play. Paul, you don't say we have to play a disciplined football game, especially on the defensive end.
Yes.
Even if we want willingly offensively, we have to play a disciplined defensive game.
Yeah.
Both games in 19. Go ahead, Paul. Go ahead.
Yeah, both individually, Dean. Sorry, I'm on this man. Both individually and collectively, with defensive discipline have to be up, I will go get killed. Because we can't lapse like our lapse there. Because they say US now have a stop run. Them now have a stop run. Them are going on the ring and spray the ball. If I do, them will do it and do it and do it and do it till the game done.
A lot of people.
And if you not defend the screen, then we're going to have a problem again.
A lot of people say that the talent pool now is better than the talent pool in.
We have to prevent the square, Paul.
Yeah. You chip out Gregory, what you say?
So we have to prevent the square.
Yeah, we say we definitely have to prevent them from getting any cross in, bro.
Yeah, but we're not defending the wide areas good enough to prevent the square.
Bro.
Yeah, but we don't defend the wide areas good enough. So we're going to prevent the square then.
PY, as an offensive.
Well, the coach,
how you think best? What do you think we can do in defending or preventing the wide areas from being so exposed?
I don't know. Well, I've got to play 2 wide players to help out with. We have to make sure. There's 2 ways we can do that. Either we got to ensure that one of the holding mids, anytime the ball break down, they will come from the ball side to come help the wing back. That is one way. Or if we have a left side of player, he must come back and help the left midfield.
Helping which player? Which is Taxi and Alves Powell?
Yeah.
Not whoever.
Well, it was my name Fisher and Taxi this time. Because they need help to come back and prevent the cross.
Right.
Well, they're saying that a lot of people are saying that the guy named Javian Brown, who played right back, was one of the best person in training. So many people thought he was going to start. This is one who played for Vancouver White Sox. But I guess because Fisher scored in the last game. But many people are saying that
the coach used him.
Yeah, but
many people.
But the coach could have done is start the youth and make Fisher play left back. Because Fisher is a left footer. And make Taxi go sit down.
But Fisher never played on the left side for Jamaica yet, you know.
PY,
Yeah, man.
me hear that argument before, say Fisher is a left footer, you know. I mean, challenge people say that man is a right footer, you know.
Yeah. Where you get that, Paul?
No,
man, a left back him is to play, man.
Where?
Georges? DC United.
Not White Sox, Vancouver Whitecaps. George's person, tell me have some George's person here. Did Fisher play left back at George's?
Yeah. Yes.
Fisher did Fisher play left back at George's?
Argument before PY. So
left back, we know me seen play.
But since he has been playing in MLS, he's right back in playing.
No, man, left back and play at DC United. When he was at DC and the LA Galaxy, left side the same.
Well, Ben also have him play left back.
Yes. So he's the right footer, that's what you're saying? Dean, that's my right footer?
No, that's my belief.
You know what? That would answer a lot of my questions.
Because one of the reasons why
Dean, hold on, Dean. You know what I've been saying all this time? Why this man body position is so poor when he's playing right back? Him always turning back or him set up. I don't know. Him just seem like him.
That's exactly my point. So him cannot be a right footer if him don't want to go down the right side.
But PY, the man using right foot more than him left foot.
That doesn't make him a right footer.
I'm not saying.
My question, Paul.
I'm not questioning you. What you saying?
Where is the Taxi now play up to expectation?
But I tell you from what I see, right? And the reason why me say him over Alvas, I never know about the rest of the guy. The reason why I say Fisher, because he's more comfortable on the ball.
Fisher.
And and he's always in a better defensive position.
Yes.
You're just comparing Alvas and Fisher.
Again, me can tell you the choices what I say. I say Alvas come out and I say the next man come in. I have to judge the two of them power, I say.
Yeah, but Messam, come back to what you say about Taxi. Taxi not giving nothing. Taxi get the ball and lick it down the field, lick it off the field 9 out of 10 times.
I didn't get the assist Friday. I didn't get the assist Friday.
No, man, we're not keep the ball. This decision making, is decision making. Because they recover so well, you're not going to see it all the time. Yeah? But in decision making.
Because he's a good player, I don't know what.
Yeah, I know him can't play.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening lately, but he's a good player.
Yeah, decision making are kind of,
Right now,
can be better.
I said it's just for the humor. Him go from a red plate to a robot taxi.
Oh, somebody just saying here that Fisher had to learn to use his right foot because injury got the better of his left foot.
Thank you very much. Thank you. That's what happened. I think he tore his ACL in I'm left knee. So that's why I'm starting to play up on the right side. But he's a left footer. You hear me, Messam? Trust me, man. A left-sided player.
No, I don't doubt that PY, but as I say the man using right foot.
Yeah, but I never doubt the PY. As I say, I follow him. When him the DC must play left side.
Okay.
And as me say, guys, me just I got judge and compare what me see from two players, Alvas and Fisher. I'm going to use the one who more comfortable with the ball, the one who make better
But
decisions with the ball and foot,
but
the one who always in a better
is
defensive position.
Is Alves injuries available?
Well, I mean, the squad.
Alvas, I mean, based
He
on
was in the
Alvas'
squad.
performances, yeah, he's in the squad.
So he's available.
But many of us have been saying that he shouldn't be playing because he has not been playing well and he has been injured. So that is why the Javane Brown, who is a Vancouver Whitecaps youngster,
them can't get that chance, man.
Yeah, them could have give, of course.
Give him a run, man. That we don't like for most the players. We don't understand we have to do something like now work and we not give other people opportunity. I don't understand that theory.
But this is where I come to you guys. A lot of you guys were like, I don't want to say, as soon as you were off farm in 1998, you were replaced. And I find like people in this team have been.
When they depart farm,
you still get replaced. No.
Although you do your best, bro, you still get replaced, bro.
Yeah, man.
And here it is that we have people who, for games on top of games, and some of them still starting.
That's what I'm saying. Why is that?
Coach decision, man. The coach, bro. Coach philosophy, bro. We are gonna be here. We are gonna talk all night and rain now. But I tell you already, Javan, Watson, any 10. Simple, bro. We're gonna talk all night and we are gonna debate and we are gonna do best. And yeah, you name our level, bro. Coach top and ignore
one thing I know for sure. If I see him on this field come Tuesday. I saw me watch a game.
No, well, no. In all honesty, no. You know, Sam played good the last game down at Costa Rica.
Who,
he played
Javan?
that game there now.
Who, Javan?
Yes, man.
Yeah, bro.
Javan or Honduras?
Honduras. He did reasonably well in that game there.
Well, you know what? You know that he didn't play well. The man had 8 passes in the entire game.
Yeah?
For the entire game, he had 8 passes. He was just directing traffic.
We need that sometimes.
Yeah, left to right. He left to right. If you utilize him and more than him foot in the bro.
PY. But tactically though, if we talk about the Honduras game, right? We would have played them on the third leg, which made him know I play players we match him speed.
Yeah.
That's true. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So the job becomes significantly easier.
Yeah.
So when you're playing now against players now where you go at 100 miles per hour. From
0
to 60 in 3 seconds.
Yeah,
0 to 10 in 10 seconds can't work, brother. Yeah. A bold speed we are look on the football field.
Yeah. Where's a lad against Lamborghini, bro?
Yes, and them kind of speed that we are talking about where we are going to face.
Yeah. No, I don't think he can play in this game.
What can offset that in terms of their ball and their technical ability with the ball? Is the quality of our field.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so we have something that can offset their technical play or the passing abilities and all of that, but it never stop them run.
Still them all right, man. Hear that one. It does tough with the grass there.
And that's a problem now. The toughness will be the bomb, you know. The toughness is how them look.
But we need to give them the secret of us, how we demand the office 98. Them have to utilize, find the answers and get them opponent. Make the hands help them to assist them, bro. And the hands usually assist you, bro. The stadium full of wood. Bro, Lala and them generally usually feel the answers, you know. Jeff Agos and them generally, you know. Kobe Jones, bro, they feel the answers, bro. They need to utilize them, bro.
But I see Joe Dowd saying that I would play low central midfielder right back because he's faster than all our midfield and defensive line. That is Damian Lowe. He said that you play Damian Lowe in midfield.
Chulups, Gambler. Chulups, we need Chulups around at the rear side.
Yeah.
Well,
Chulups.
here what happened. Joe, I'm going to tell you, I'm already played this from with you again. in the our center, I play like the central midfielder. The only thing as PY said, not one time him go to the outside with the ball.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, Chulups.
And the only player we have in the back four.
Well, we header. Attack the ball. He's the only one who attacking the ball in the back.
Yeah. But now I'm saying the only player we have in the back four, we make 10-yard passes consistently, whether to the outside or the player to the middle or to lower, is Mariappa. That's the only player we have with that.
This is Coach Jerry Miller. Coach Jerry Miller is saying PY that Haka was a traffic cop in the game.
Yeah, man. We agree with that. Did I very good agree with the traffic?
Superintendent Pusey. Oh my God.
They say Watson is coming off injury. 38-year-old has no club and is in music. What on earth makes you think he can handle a bunch of players that are young enough to be his children?
We're not asking him to play against US. We're not asking him to play against US, you know. Remember Freddie came on and don't know him in the squad. We're not saying must play against US.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that. You probably should be in the stands watching like me and Dean and Messam.
But that will never happen, bro. We will never happen. The only way Javan don't be in this squad and decide to say, Coach.
Messi, I think you have some. I think you have some inside information.
Yeah, you have some intel we don't know about.
Bro, there's no even Stephen Wada can tell you, bro. Say Tapa love this general more than him love the team, bro. Javana anything. Argument finish. And look at Tuesday, never see it. I don't think I joke.
At the
only way Javana play unless him decide, say, Coach, let me sit out this one.
Boy,
but if him say, him decide to play, something all right.
Well,
was there any player like that in the 98 campaign?
We're not trying. If he play, we're not trying.
Was there any player like that in the 98 team that it is that person name go on the match card first?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
CM Gaffer. Whitmore. Me not hold my mouth and talk. Because you had a time when he was producing and you had Andy that was producing. And regardless of the fact, him there either Andy regardless.
True. But
maybe that's where it's coming from. Maybe he feels like he need to show the same loyalty to a player. No?
Yeah, the coach, no, man. When you're a player, you don't pick yourself, you know.
Yeah, man. So we said, I pick him assistant. That Javan should have been my assistant, bro.
You understand? So we have to look at those things, man. And if we are talking for the good of the country and the good of the football, and I never said it.
I don't see how we can win with what's in the team, though. I find that hard against the USA.
Every coach have them favorite player. Every coach sometimes make political decision based on whatever. But when that political decision, become too evident to the open eyes,
too obvious, bro.
Then you have a problem with that. And I think that is where myself, PY, Messi, and everybody else, the general public, who have a problem with this young man playing. Because he not select himself, and he can give away when he's selected.
Right.
So,
True.
So we can beat him all we want, and we can critique his game, and we can critique his age. Him don't select himself.
Right. True. That means
once he's selected, if the man can only go 40 miles an hour, you see what when look like him go 50? Him sat beside so they can't go so fast, you know, bro.
Well, when him being select though to start, though, him trying best, bro. It's just that him can't maintain these young.
It's
young
just
lads,
that the
bro.
pace above him, and you don't
Right.
have collective defending to either pick up and cover for him deficiencies. And this is a team.
Yep.
So when we have a player that is lacking, because 10 can carry one enough. And that
One
is why
can't carry 10.
One can't carry 10.
One can't carry 10.
No.
You understand? So if we center forward, now give us something, we midfielder can pick him up and give you a goal or two. If we midfielder now defend properly, we defense line can pick them up and balance them out. Or if one man now do the job, three can pick him up. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not so obvious. So one man is feeling miserable.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
And at the same way it go on either side. And if first thing, any 11 players will go out there, the first job them off to decide, I am going to win my individual battle. That is the first thing. I'm sure PY would tell all them players this. Win your individual battle.
Yep.
Protect your position first, then you can go and help another position. These are things that we have to do. And if each player try to win the individual battle, if one turn out 60-40 or two turn out 60-40 or 55-45, guess what? We give ourselves a good chance of winning the game. And that is offensively and defensively. And that is individually and collectively.
Yeah.
You understand? So these are the mindset where me don't like my players them going a game with. You see, come Monday night.
Yeah.
Come Monday night, all of the players them. Just take a good 20 minutes, whether you're in the shower or you're in the bed before you close your eye, and go through all of the possibilities. What might happen with this play? Because football is a repetition game, you know. And the same play where you see last week, it might not show up in the 10th minute, it might show up in the 90th minute. And when we work out with mistakes, when we do work out our mistakes, before it becomes easier when you see it start to pop up again. Because your body, because it worked it out already, your body automatically flows into correction mode. Yeah. You don't have to try to think it out. This is why it is so frustrating to see crosses after crosses. It means we don't try to work it out. Because it occurs again and again and again. And every time it occurs, it's almost in the same fashion. It is almost in the same fashion. And that is from the inside and from the outside.
Gregory, somebody is saying that Digital Home Tech said the legendary left back Gregory spy Messam. So he'll lead you up, you know?
Yeah, man, salute.
Yeah, and then what Mr. Porter here is saying, whenever the ball goes wide, you have to arrive with the ball to enable the man no room to operate, but it takes a lot of discipline to sustain that.
Right.
Yeah. And then Joe Down is saying individual win games, but teams win championships. I think that was going back to the whole hacker situation where
no, it's not hacker alone. We're not seeing in this case.
Yeah.
We're not talking about hacker alone. We have individuals who we put in play. Right? Let's say we can just name the players. We throw Mikel Antonio out on the field, we throw Leon Bailey out on the field, we throw Ravel Morrison out on the field, we throw Kemar Roof, we throw Lowe, we throw Grant, we throw Lawrence, we throw Fisher, we throw whoever. And then just go play, gentlemen.
Yeah, and Boza.
Which one Bozo is going to go play.
Right. But to be honest, 10 years ago, Javon Watson, brilliant, bro. Brilliant, bro.
That
Who
is
else,
at
bro?
28.
Heineken.
That is at 28.
Right. Right now, Heineken start time. No joke, bro. I'm supposed to perform with Admiral and them guys now, bro.
You know, the other
George
thing is
Willis
that,
and them, bro.
you know, that we have no young player in the team. That's part of it. Well, like, you know, you had a Ricardo Gardner, and I know Fabian, and some of you guys were coming out of the under 23 setup
Right.
into the 19. Like, the younger guys are not in the team.
Why is that?
But that's what I'm saying. When I look back at, I think for me the saddest thing is that this is someone who was a part of the 1998 campaign. So you would have a first-hand look at some of the things that were to make that possible. And it seemed like the things that worked then are not being employed now. So I'm wondering where the fault, because you were part of it. You qualified. You were there from the beginning. You saw all the ins and the outs. Why aren't these things implemented in the program today?
It's generally 1 and 2 addition. Run that for a little time. You see, you need a fix here, another addition. You see, you need a. You understand? So instead of a wholesale change, you have you have mild fixes. Some warranted, some not. You understand? But you had mild fixes that created the whole thing. And then after that, we had invested in a lot of players, right? We're going into the next campaign, then become dormant.
Mm-hmm.
And then the following campaign, you just invest in a set of players who just fail, then becomes dormant again.
But
you understand? Then
but
the following
but
campaign,
Dean,
so
but
we
Dean,
always keep.
Dean, but who tell you that they fail? Do
No,
they
I'm
get a
not.
chance to be
Well,
failed,
no,
bro?
I'm not saying fail in terms of failing playing, fail to qualify.
Okay.
Right? And then it's like every campaign we see so far for the past, 5 or 6, the turnover rate has been so significant. One of the things might be, can be, and very possible, as we say, if you do have father youth on your side, you cannot go from 32 to 36 for the following campaign. So you're going to have to make a wholesale change.
Of course. But not
So
even that, Dean. But not even, I don't cut you. All the teams now are playing qualify have youthful in their squad.
Of course, look at US team.
Except us, bro.
Dean, I go back to what Freddie was saying a couple of weeks ago. Said we call a national team 26, 28, and we have one local base player. That's impossible. Yeah, we have to have the youth them to make the transition. Most can't find 2 18-year-old or 2 20-year-old for calling at the squad, for learn from the man them, and for improve.
Yeah, give them valuable experience, man. Give them
Yeah, man,
valuable
we can't call a squad and that. That's it. I mean, there's no transition.
But Youngie,
Yeah.
And also, me tell you again, we have this discussion over and over. We also have to blame the federation, bro. What are they doing to have those players
Ready.
camps and bro? Prepare, bro. Where, bro? What, bro? No, right now, as Butler said, the federation are autopilot, bro. The only time the federation think about football, is when a competition coming up, them don't think in advance, like 6 months or a year, bro. It's just that, okay, competition, we have a World Cup July next year. We could start prepare June 2022. You know what I'm saying? Bro, we don't need that, bro. The federation have to play them part, bro. It starts from there, bro.
So have you guys like Gregory? Let me ask you this because I kind of get this from Dean and Paul. Like, have you guys ever looked at Jamaica football and see some players and say, listen, let me see if I can help this one or this two or because I mean when I listen to you guys, all of you are into coaching and there's such a lack at the national level. I'm not saying you can do it right across Jamaica, but even in the national team at the youth level, have you guys made yourself available at any point to say, listen, no man, this can't continue. Like Greg, you see, I left.
You can't run in on the man them program, man. You run in, you get kicked out.
And not even that to help. I'm going to give a joke, you know. Even this new administration, I remember the opening at the academy at UCN Ball, and me and Fabian being stopped by the general secretary asking, who are us? What? Bro?
What is it? The general
secretary
ask you.
Ask me who are we? And then to my surprise, Dean, man, stink around. Coming out with me, I think so. You know, when we recognize and say this man as generals, when this man introduced Miss Babsy Green to as a sportsman, I say, so I'm the general secretary. No man, bro, come on, bro, man. We need representative, man, bro. Come on, bro. No joke, bro, man.
Well, that goes to what most people say. No, you don't have football people running the football.
Yep. That's what I'm saying, bro. Or if them do, them know a minimum, bro, about the football, bro.
You understand? So it kind of difficult. It's kind of difficult. And Paul Young work with a few of them. I'm sure that because he was a coach in the Jamaica system.
Right. Altimont also. Right.
Altimont work with a few of them, so I'm sure.
Bibi also.
Bibi work with a few of them. Pepe work with a few of them.
Okay.
So it's not like, and guess what happened? The help is available if it's asked. And you don't want to infringe upon a man program for say you try, overshadow or take over a man program. If him asks for help or personally, it no matter to me. If me see a player, even me there in the stadium, I watch a game and the game done and me get a chance so me can say something to a player. Me pull him aside and give him my insight. If him take it, him take it. If him not take it, him not take it.
So bro, so my question is that
and you don't even
have to, our volunteer service, bro.
Yeah, you don't even have to identify yourself either. You understand? You just say to a player, listen, right, I think you do this wrong and I think you can go your side, you can do this with the game or try work on, you know what I mean? Because you know I get them for coach them.
Yeah. You said, no man, he's been paid. I think he's paid close to $1 million a month, which is not a lot still, but
is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, a volunteer service, bro, because we know the federation, them behind the scene, I talk a lot of things I don't.
No man, he gets close to $1 million he gets. I think it's like close to 900,000 and car Tapper.
Coach Tapper.
Coach
Richmond. I'm not busy about him pay, man.
No man, it's just because Gregory asked.
I'm saying because because the way I operate, sometimes I wonder if I volunteer. So I'm just do him like, as him feel like, bro.
I make them do them like.
True that. Yeah, true that.
Yeah, so somebody put you the right figure, 850,000. But they're asking us if any of you have spoken to Tapper lately, and the man is an enigma to me, a strange dude.
No, them general answer them phone, bro. Them general panic and say Messam and put back in their pocket. They can't tell you that. I'm a friend, they can't tell you. It happens times after time. This general invite me to Montego Bay. And Paul Tapper will just watch him look on the phone and put back the phone in that. In the answer phone, bro. They can't tell you that. No.
Well, Messam himself. I've never called him.
Bro, we call him times upon times, bro. Bro, some whole friend, bro. Bro, me and the whole of my friend, bro. Remember, so me say, brother, we say love and love alone, bro. So the whole of my friend, bro. So, bro,
I have spoken to him.
Some point,
I have spoken to him.
Repeat what you just said.
I have spoken to him a while back, but the conversation is not about football, just about what's going on, Because
life on a whole, right?
If I mention football, I'm probably gonna feel threatened, so I don't even go about the football side. You understand? I did call and compliment him when we went to the Gold Cup final
right? Which one?
Yeah.
The one in
Philly.
Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
Philly. Yeah, in Pennsylvania. I was there, so I'll speak with that man.
Greg, one to your son, because I thought your son had been playing for Jamaica now, coming out of St. George's, was doing really, really well and just disappear off the scene.
Yeah,
stop.
the man told me now, grandpa, you know, me just like, you know, listen to me, bro. The man went, bro, would I love him now setting, but bro, I don't know, bro. We just need to get this as well, so, bro. You know, it's gonna take time, bro. As I say, it have to start from the federation. No matter how we think, bro, it have to start from the federation. We need that support there.
Messam, I have a
bro.
question for you. PY. I have
Yeah.
a question for you. What kind of point tally you think we can get out of the next 21 to give ourselves a reasonable shot to get even into the fourth slot?
5 wins, I believe.
We're not going to get 5 wins.
Well, we can qualify.
We can. It all depends on how the result go of the other teams. You know?
Let me hear Paul. Let me hear Paul. What says still.
All right. That'll be practical and realistic as possible.
Right.
USA I come Tuesday. Unless God smile upon we, we're going to win the game. Other than that, we most can get a point. I don't think
we must win 18 forget.
Hold on. I don't think we're going to beat Canada in Canada.
In Canada.
Yeah?
All right.
I don't think we're getting out of that game. When El Salvador come to Jamaica, we're supposed to can beat them.
Honduras.
When
Costa Rica.
Come, Honduras come, maybe. Iffy. We're not going to beat Panama down at Panama. We know that.
About Costa Rica?
Costa Rica, that can't go anyway. Mexico and Jamaica, we're not going to beat them. No matter if them send a seaside cup. Yeah, I mean, they're not the Mexico of all, but just history. Well, we not think we're capable. Unless something turn around drastically. But based on that, it's going to be difficult. But it's not impossible. It's going to be difficult.
What do you think, Dean?
I'm going to give you my assessment prior. I say 17 points out of the 24. I think we will get that. If we get that, we stand a good chance.
Where you see we getting the from where we're getting the 17
remember I said we have to give and take. Because I was hoping would have gotten 3 points
from this
previous game, where it could have given us somewhat leeway for the USA game. Right? But we lose one. We get one out of the 24. So now we have 21 to get 16. If we get a point, or if we get 3 points out of US, great. And that is where we really should have looked for. We cannot afford to lose to El Salvador, Omar abroad. I don't know where the game I play. I don't care.
Jamaica.
Home.
Omar abroad. I don't care where the game I play.
We're playing Costa Rica at home, El Salvador at home, Honduras at home.
Mexico at home, yeah, that's what
Mexico at home.
Man, me understand say how home we are playing, but me I tell you in my mind. Okay. No matter where we are playing.
Imaginary, right?
We have to take 3 points from Costa Rica. We have to take 3 points from El Salvador. We have to take 3 points from Honduras. We have to take a point or try to regain back the 3 points that Panama take from it. That will
Panama.
Really? I think Panama have the best coach in this thing, the Denmark coach.
I just hope for the practicality of the
process.
Right?
No, Panama, Dean.
No, me understand the task are a bit hard, PY. Okay. No, me just saying I'm a brain. Them take with 3 points, so we have to try to take back for them 3 points.
True, support that.
Right? I just the mindset to me. I not like we take our 3 points at home and we're gonna go there now where we can scrap our hope. We're really gonna leave ourselves that much margins for error.
Right now.
And Canada, wow. The team was so far surprised me in them standing is Honduras. Because them playing some real good football. The result just not turned them way.
Yep.
They're playing some real good football.
I know Honduras have most black players. A long time I see was black players for Honduras,
but age also, bro.
The old, that's a part of the team with Honduras.
Honduras is whole, bro.
Costa Rica.
Costa Rica is old. Costa Rica is the oldest team in this whole qualifier. And that is why they struggle so much, especially upon them last end of them games.
Because the skipper is 38. The skipper is 38 and a few other players in them 30s.
So, you know, at this juncture, if we can get 12, and hopes the Panama draw a few we're proper well with. Somewhere beyond them. Because that is the only way, you know. Panama practically have to draw 2 games and we get 2 victories to surpass them, you know. Or lose 1, draw 1.
Which would mean that we need to beat the USA.
Yep.
No, so that's what I'm saying. Mathematically, it is still there. But we have put ourselves further and further in our. That is why I firmly believe by tooth or by nail, by ear or by sea, by train, whichever way, we cannot lose to or drop a point against Honduras. We cannot drop a point against El Salvador. We cannot drop a point against Costa Rica. If we drop a point against any one of them, we call just pack with luggage.
Right. But for me, though, I'm confident though we can get all 12 points from with Spanish counterparts at home, bro. You know, I believe we can do if we go to decide to play the right unit. Because even though we put it out there, them generally have to want to play also, you know, we don't want to put them out there and them just, okay, then all right, just another day, bro. You get me?
That is what we talked about, Messam, earlier. The discipline and the commitment to carry out the job.
Yep.
So can't the guys do like a conference call? Because there must be some players that with the coach,
a conference call we have no, you know.
No, man. I thought there must be people that he listens to. I'm wondering if you could like have after this run game of a conference call and say, listen, all of we are here. We want the team to go to the World Cup. Here are our thoughts. You understand me? Because if you're going to be there, you need, like, it can't continue like this.
Man, what you hope for and what will happen is 2 different things, you know, brother.
Man, I'll have to make sure so when I make the conference link up, don't make Gregory call from Theme 4, you know.
No. Yeah, because now go pick up, bro.
Answer Gregory.
Yeah, answer. Yeah, so somebody definitely have to, you know. Or me call Ouch, I make out in answer Ouch either.
But
somebody's don't know Ouch.
Yeah, no Ouch, man.
Be sure we're not the first.
He's not going to answer my call either.
Yeah, be sure we're not the first player where you talk to. Right?
Yeah.
And if all players don't have a reach out, you have to look at the other angle. And
but that's what I'm thinking that maybe because it's a one.
I say if call upon or if needs be, then we'll give it for them.
Yeah, but I am wondering that maybe
present player, present coaches, then you know what I mean. We have to look at it can't 19 man can't run on one right, you know.
No, you know what?
I can't get to Paul All.
Yeah, you know what I think though? I think like maybe. Like because of one person, because a lot of the calls, like if a Gregory call, like a one call, or you call a one call, or a Paul, like Paul say, you call a one call and say, hey, you know that I want to say something about the match because a one call, but maybe if it's like a Zoom call where
management not be logical. That if you free that one, though, you got to take on 20. You know, I remember the one call where you get have nothing to do with football, you know?
Right.
And you don't take that call. You think you're going to take 20 where you deal with football? With
definitely know, sir. You know them multiple calls are football.
You know it's about football. You think you're going to take it? It is very unlikely.
Yep.
The only way we can do that, everybody have to dip on the ground. We just team up and say, listen, anyway, Jamaica training. We just march up there.
We're going to turn up.
And we are walking up on the field in a big like training, you know. So we are going to stop the training and demand. You understand?
You have a word.
Yeah, man, it's going to take some measures like that. And when we are demand, when we go, I mean, it can also show the players them, so listen, we have past players and we have people who are really passionate about the thing, you know? And we really look up to it, and we really expect us to be at our best. You understand? And as we always say, there's one variable every player control, before the game, before, during, and after the game, and it's him effort,
Yep. Has any of you ever been an assistant coach? Because a lot of people are saying that, like, what is Paula's role? Because is he allowed to play a role? Because we thought you'd come in but nothing has really changed. So can he function? Like, how does an assistant coach work in this? Like, how far can they go?
Yeah. No, let me tell you what's happening. Based on our situation, Paula is there as a link between the English players and the coach. Paula can relate to the English-based players. He's like an interpreter then. Yeah? Yes.
Okay.
I mean, that's how simple I can put it. He's relating to the English-based players and probably communicating what Papa wants to say to them. Because I don't think he gets across to them. I mean, I don't think I understand him or whatever, but I'm thinking that Paula is there for that purpose.
Yes, to some degree. But yes. What I find fascinating. I see this in the game, the past game. Paula got 3 man said something. Boopy went 3 man said something, and it almost looked like an argument.
Now the last game.
You're right. I don't know if you recall that, man.
Yeah, man. Paula live up on him right side, and Boopy come on the left side.
Right. Yeah, and it looked like both of them went and said something, and like.
But it almost looked like an argument. I'm just looking at Boopy's gesture. Right? I don't know if it had to do with a change or a play or something. But
that got him sometimes. That got him sometimes.
But it kind of difficult, PY, for the one time where you do see it looks. You understand? Because we never normally see it.
No.
Generally stand up on the 2 man. And we also want to see them involved in the game. You understand? Look like them have some involvement in the game.
And they don't.
You understand? And that's kind of hard. You know, when I coach my voice, I try to correct everybody before it up, man. I try to see.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? I try to give some instruction or something.
And remember, I said the coach can't say everything. That's how I have assistant.
Right.
Same for be able.
Multiple assistants.
Yeah, multiple.
And then them have to trust the information. The information that they put forth to him. He have to be able to trust that. So if Warren say, okay, well, me see this with the centre back, address that when he attack. Or Paul also, me see this with where they are. You understand? He have to trust that information. We don't know if he do or if he don't. We don't know the dynamics of the staff.
Well, my hope is that, boy, if this one don't work out, I would expect that by 2026, some of your past players from 1998 will have a role in 2026. A role of blame. No, man. I thought either at the junior level, but find a way to get involved in the football, because this can't continue from 1998. Like, this is even, remember, I think this is the second time we get into this stage, That is how bad it has been, This is the second time we get into the final stage since 1998.
No, man, that can't be true, man.
Yep, second time. This is the second time since 1998 we get into the final stage. Man, and I remember the first time we got to this stage, we never win no game. I think that was the time that Tapper left. This is it,
Where's that?
This is the second time. Second time. Him just not believe.
Only thing I know is when I reach there.
Him just not believe.
I don't even know which stage we drop out.
It is the second time. 2014 and the Tapper, and this time are the only 2 times we get back to this stage from 1998.
To the final stage?
To the final stage, yeah.
The good thing, the 2 times the one that Tapper.
And we never win no game in 2014. I think that was the time that he resigned.
And we win a game now, so that's an improvement.
Of course, big.
So we are look on the positives. Up we say though. We say though.
Well, I am saying that if we're gonna give up this, then just give up hope on this. Then People have to
No,
get
we can't
involved.
give up now. We still
We
mathematically
not give
have
up.
a chance.
We
We
not
can't
give
give
up.
up now.
You can't give
So
up,
them
man.
got
Listen,
one
I say we
point.
not
We
give up.
can't
That's
give
what
up now. No
No,
give up
sir.
not in the conversation at this point.
Yeah.
Right. I'm gonna get
If
involved, bro.
when
I
we
wanna.
have 3 games remaining, we still say we have no chance mathematically to get to nowhere. Right
So
away.
we say,
Right away.
Okay.
yeah. What does call it? What does
We
call
go
it
to
a wrap?
2026. Start give the player them
Yeah.
some experience.
Yeah. What does
But we
call
have
it
to
a
do
wrap?
something though.
But we also have to identify those players. The coaching staff have to identify those players.
Yeah.
Because right now we are flying autopilot and fix it.
I don't know, man. This is it's a
Which is
sad
what?
state.
Cruise control?
Yeah.
No, we're not upon cruising autopilot, hoping to nothing happen.
Listen, I hope all of you guys, I know you stay connected a lot of and especially those of you who are involved in coaching. Because my desire is that, like, we should never have a next situation like this again. No matter who the coach is, that there should be a panel of people who are coaches, who have been a part of the football, that put the, and I said it to Freddie that maybe you guys need to come together from now. Let's create a manual for Jamaica football development from the
The grassroots?
from the grassroots. Yeah, that means when a coach comes in, they have something because we have been through it and we have played at the highest level. So from under 8, right, to under 12, to under 14, to under 16, all the way up. So we know that we are, because it can't left the World Cup qualifying campaigns.
That's what I'm saying.
It-
When you
we-
back,
we-
when you back on minor leagues, man,
yeah, the
and then
football
little
can't
league,
revolve.
when
Or
they
the
dump,
football, our footballer revolve on the national team.
I don't know.
From the office.
I forget our coaching curriculum and educate the coaches. That's the first thing. And build it
True.
from there. And all we try to make the players and play similar are the styles. We have to create our own style, own image. And we try to coach it from the younger level, come right up. So the transition can be easier. But as I said when I spoke a couple of weeks ago, the coaches at the lower level still need a whole heap of education. They still need to be educated and trained.
When they say lower level, you mean like what age? Age group or just
Any age, man. I could have
man.
you
Any
one.
age.
I could have you one, man.
10-year-old.
Maybe you want. Right, you want.
Being couple years ago, I go watch a game now, Central Kingston, you know. Under 13, you know. I mean, hear the coach on the side and I tell him, man, say, yo, broke him foot, don't make him pass. And we go over to the coach and I say, suppose I hear a son that, they want to tackle that. You not tell him to do that? So no, boy, no, you saw it. Come say, no, I don't go so. You can't tell the 11-year-old you about that man.
Yeah, because, bro, they learn what them hear, bro. They hear, because
Exactly. That's my point.
He's not prepare for himself now.
Yeah.
For break that
Don't
leg,
make him pass. Broke him foot.
bro. Bro, but you know what, though, bro? We learn that in our time. We learn that, you know, bro. We hear that on a daily basis.
Yeah, but we don't take it literal.
Right.
Yeah.
big up Benji, Jeremy and Benjamin in the building.
Who's Soji? Yeah, man, Taliban, the original flanky. Salute. Hey, them need a player like Benji in the national team, bro.
There's a whole heap of things you can do.
Yeah. But I think yeah, go ahead.
We can do it collectively and we can do it individually. There's a whole heap of things we can do. We can put together and say, okay, we're gonna run a camp, a little weekend camp.
A coaching clinic or
this a clinic. This week we're gonna just deal with strikers. Next week we're gonna deal with attacking midfielders. Next week we're gonna deal with flank midfielders. We're gonna deal with you understand? Goalkeepers. And different ages. You can do 3 sessions for the day.
I think so. I think probably that's the way forward.
And it's not like we don't have the capacity to do it, or we don't have the know-how, or we don't have the knowledge, or it's not for lack of that. And the players them all players can take constructive criticism.
I'm going to give you a good one. Joe Downer showed me something recently because he has a problem with this. He's saying that he cannot understand in this time of football how halftime in Jamaica and the kids are sitting on grass in the Manning Cup. He said because his point is no classroom couldn't set up so that the coach can go inside a room and talk to him team. Why them have to sit down on the grass in 2022? You see that in high school soccer in the States where halftime.
Well, halftime they go they go back inside the
changing room.
Changing room, locker room.
So they saying simple things like that. Why in this time, Manning Cup and the Costa Cup, man are still sitting in the grass?
Good point. Yeah, I agree with him totally.
At a school compound and that have whole heap of classroom, you know.
Classroom, yeah, them should have even 2 classrooms available to both teams.
Yeah, wherever they change, right. That's when they should go back in at halftime.
If I didn't tell you there, you know, you're not gonna get by the time you get to the classroom, you know. Go back, you
know. You gotta feel it.
Distance, right?
You can start already by the time you go back.
Yes, man.
Right, and Claudia is reminding us that Freddie was talking about a camp that he wanted to start with myself, Will, and he said, and she's willing to give 50 contribute towards the camp and things. So there are some people who are saying that if you guys are having the summer camp, you know, maybe you need to set up an account because there are persons who are saying that they are willing to give towards it to help to make it happen and things. So this is Claudia, and she's reminding us that she said that she would contribute. She would be the first person to contribute to that camp.
No, we have to take it up, man. We have to collectively we have to take it up because I'm telling you, man. Look, the football now get no better. Everything I leave the football. The equipment I get better. Facilities will upgrade. You name it. You name it, I get better. And the quality of our football now get no better.
You know, I have 2 questions because Paul, I need to ask you something because there's a big rumor going on in Jamaica about you right now from the interview. You know, we had a next interview. So we need to, I don't know if you hear about it, anybody call or talk, but we need to clear it up. So we're going to clear it up now because you were on the field the day. Well, you're on the field the day when Woolmans play a match and we need to hear what happened. so let me read this comment. This person said, do you gentlemen believe that reformation of the GFF is needed in order to take the administration and development of football in a better direction?
Yes, man.
Of course, definitely. That's why I lament on that. The federation is where it starts from, bro.
Yeah. Big up Tricknick in the building. Tricknick is in the building. He's one of the sponsors of the program. Always giving away products. Remember to check them out. Yeah, man. So, Mr. Yo.
Yes.
So I had an interview recently, and I was interviewing someone from JC, and you know he said that Woolmers sell out a game to Kingston College that caused JC to not go through. That
which year?
Huh?
Which year is that? In Paul playing time?
Yeah, Paul was playing in that game, and that was when Pat Cover and those guys were at JC. You remember?
Is that true, Paul?
No, just like because I hear that you defend catch the ball on him chest and turn around and kick it in the back of your own goal. Because let me tell you what I heard. That 70 odd minutes had gone and the game was like 0-0, and in 15 minutes the team KC scored the set amount of goal that they needed.
And you believe that?
I'm asking you.
You believe that, Dean? Yeah, you Dean?
Yeah, man, I hear you.
We are playing KC. We are playing KC. People are bring it up, but I don't mind talking.
I think Stats won that year, no? Was it Stats?
No, KC win that year.
Yeah.
I don't mind bringing it up because I know within my heart, every time me touch a field, 110% again. nil at halftime, Dean, and Casey didn't need 5 goals to win the game. My time was playing for Ulmas. Yeah, and them score a goal in like the first 5 minutes after the second half. And then we conceded an own goal, and the team just went flat after that. You know, that team just dropped. And we just, we never carried through the effort and them end up
Who
scoring
scored the
5
own
goals.
goal? What
As
goal was
simple
by
as
you?
that. Huh?
The own goal was by you?
No. Why you them fooded? They take a call and clear the ball like that. Like a buy score that day with Manu.
Yeah.
But a goal there, something like that.
Right.
But it was from a corner kick. And them end up scoring 5 goals and we lose the game. And because of that, then when Casey went to the final and JC never got, everybody know no Ulmas man not like no Casey man. We are Burton about, we not like no Casey man. So that should even mention in the conversation. We have integrity, man.
Okay. So that never, because the JC men were saying that they were supposed to win Manning Cup that season.
Them should have win all of them match and they won't have no problem.
You're right.
If they win all that match and score 9 goals every match, them shouldn't have that. They won't have no problem.
It was KC that won that year?
Yeah, I think so.
Stats didn't win in 1986.
No. Stats win 87.
Right, 86. So we went to the final. It was Stats and KC.
No, Stats are Excelsior. Excelsior get 6th at the final. They say Excelsior sell it out too?
No, they say that Excelsior. I hear a next story about that too. So I have to get on the Excelsior, but because we heard that some smoking and some substance went on at the hotel and the players were,
Man, let me tell you something about that final. Right? I wasn't playing, but I can tell you based on preparation, when I observe. If Excelsior never planned for run, they had no chance in that game. And if you really look at the complement of player, position for position, Stats will have probably outclass them. Stats are the best goalkeeper in the whole Manning Cup that year.
That's Marvin Chin.
Right.
Marvin Chin. Yep.
Stats are the best defensive unit in the whole competition that year.
Yeah.
It's just that because they were drawing games, it seems that way. But they wasn't giving up any goals. So now when you find a team like that, and Stats, they were fit. And they had a chip on their shoulder. So if Excelsior no come for run, it's just like if we don't plan for run on Tuesday.
Oh, you're talking the 87 finals?
Right, the 87 finals.
Yeah. Well, I heard that there was a star player, but me have to hear from the star player first.
No,
went in and said, coach, change up the formation. And we're going to play 2-6-2.
Listen up.
So they were playing 2-6-2.
You hear what I'm telling you?
Yeah.
If Excelsior was not prepared to run for 90 minutes, they had no chance.
Dina, big up Coach Altimont, Liebert Altimont.
Yes, man. If Excelsior,
big coach.
Okay. You know, Stats score, I think 2 goals.
See a man here saying that them high. The man said them high. I give Danny Floyd 2 stickers.
Listen
to this one. Stats scored 2 goals.
Yeah.
Same way. Spot kick, the man them hit it long to Alvin Shaw, him just flick it on and Cyrus take off and run.
Yeah, well, yeah. Cyrus told me that
is execution. And one of them Excelsior ball say offside and I know say you can't offside from a back kick. You understand what I say, Paul? PY?
Yeah.
So there were tactical things that go in place into that game and the man them fit. When them said 2-6-2, it is 6 when they on the offense coming out of midfield, but when they're defending is 4 in the back and 4 in the back. So the man just throw it out the 2-6-2.
Okay.
You understand? So I just saw it go.
All right. All right, because I hear that. We need to check out them story because some of these Manning Cup story. But Paul, they didn't win the Manning Cup, right? But you're in the All
No.
Manning team. Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, Captain Arman in the last year.
Yeah. Listen, Messam, the people them say you need to come on, and the people them say they want to hear from you, because them say look like you have the vibes, but you know.
Yeah, bills and bills more.
Bills more. Boy.
Yeah, but they say they need to hear from the legend. But I felt like, I mean, based on what Craig Butler was saying, that 86 that JC had the best team.
In his mind, probably, but we don't think so.
Yeah.
What a good team. They had a good team, and I deny that. I think about the best.
And I think Chipper Morgan team defeated them the year before that as well.
Yeah.
That George's team was that.
Yeah, who the man George's team there?
Chipper Morgan.
86. Chipper never play 86 anyway.
When play
Chipper
85?
probably leave. Remember. Who the man George's
I
team
think
there?
Chipper play 86. He probably leave 87. Chipper play 86.
And
sure?
then what?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I think Chipper play 86. I had like Strands. Strands was what? 85?
No, 84, 85 them. Chipper and Strand.
Chipper was 85.
Yeah, 85.
And Skitto?
Yeah, Skitto was 85.
Perry Marshall was 85 to 84, 85?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They say I must ask you about the 86 Charlie Smith team.
That was the one in Dias.
Yeah, with Benny Dyer. So them say that when him go to the stadium and lift up him and everybody stand up. Is that true? And when he put up him and everybody sit down.
No, go
Football at his best. Football at his best, right?
Yeah. Belly a good youth, man. But that Charles Smith team was a good team. That year, the Bullmas
with Eugene Williams, and they had the Eugene Williams as well. Big head.
Yeah, that year we played them, I think, in Sabina Park in a I think was our Walker Cup quarter final, and then beat 2-1. But they had a good team that year.
Paul, was Archibald Walters a part of that setup also, or no? Further?
Archibald was after.
Okay.
After.
Yeah. Light up, and I said
that Charlie Smith team had one of the scariest central midfielder.
Oh, Gorilla. God rest him soul in peace.
Yeah, man. But again, when you look at the complement of all of them teams, right? They had people complementing each other. Every man had them role and them try to make it work. And in the football today, I see him we have to try to do it.
Yeah.
Somebody, Donald Bonita is saying that Chipper didn't play 86. Chris Zedi, Demesa, Mackay, Chris Da Costa.
Right.
Right, man. That's what I said. I said 85.
Chris Da Costa was pretty young.
Yeah.
You see, we do have these things. We do have we can't look at the prodigies nowadays, you know. I come through our system, you know.
Yeah.
When you look at the names where people are mentioned, all of them are youth prodigy, you know.
Man.
Yeah.
What the latest on Alex Marshall?
Yeah.
Well, Alex Marshall then Canada put on some weight. He played in the Canadian League, but he started out very well. He was a poster player. He was a poster player over there, but then all of a sudden, he started getting dropped, and now he has put on a whole lot of weight. But the guy in the Canadian League, the Jamaican, is a guy named Kevin Shaw. He's doing well. He's a good midfielder, so I don't even know why they don't call him. But
so why not get a call?
If I didn't know the answer to them question, they would be a rich man. Because Karim Paris is doing well as well. And he's not being called, and he's a young player, so you just don't know. I don't know. All right, I see you next. Dean. I kind of know the answer to this, but I'm gonna let you answer. Somebody's asking if you're afraid of Hagler.
I'm not really afraid of nobody, you know.
If you know Dean, I'm not afraid of no one.
I yet to see a player when I run from him. I'll kick me and never get up and go again.
Gregory, have you ever played against Hagler?
You have to be aware. You have to be aware of him at all times.
Yeah, there's no spot in there.
You know him there, but we not pull out and attack.
We're not afraid of him.
Yeah, we're not afraid.
Remember, him have a small stint with us in the Reggae Boy campaign
Yeah.
also, you know.
Yeah,
Only
yeah.
for a few days. It was scary. And then they omit him.
They had to omit him. Brother Sewell said, no.
No, that was serious. His approach was very dangerous. Training? No way. Paul, you never experienced it.
Every strike.
Yeah, man, I remember, man.
All right, we don't know if you remember this incident, PY. We are practice a from. And a ball leave down the line and Jared a go feed. And when Jared peep over him shoulder, him say, Agla come. And Jared decided to him I left the ball. Agla said, don't run, I'm coming at you.
Yeah, man, you're right, man. You're right, man. Do over, man, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Anywhere you're going, I'm coming for you.
But Dean, I tell you about the trick.
We have Port Kaiser. We have a lot of humors about Agla, you know.
Yeah, man.
Of course.
When they are Port Kaiser, we reach a Port Kaiser and them are pair of players in a room. And just so happen say Riley as the lone striker in the Agla room. The Agla say, in the forward in my room, you know, sleeping in your shrink yard, you know. Riley don't spend a night in that room to this day.
But Dean, let me tell you the story of us at St. Thomas. We're camping, yeah, and you know the entrance, it has a gate and rail, and it have a tall barbed wire, and everybody enter through the gate except Agla. Agla flick over it, and Simons was like, you know, if English was not properly, and he was like, what the hell, what? Anyway, so training start and you know, Nandi is a handful, you know, and hey, Agla, Nandi was like, yo, baby, this, my baby. Anyway, Agla start, bro, and him start tackle, and Rennie said, no, you know, Coach Brown there, boots him up like Lucas here. That's all what, you know, so like Coach Simone stop and say, no, you know, Agla have a fine vice. Coach, get to them shot, man. Get to them shot. Yo. Bro, that experience, bro. But I don't, when Cap break that switch for Agla, man, he didn't like, no, bro. But he was getting, so to speak, he was getting Nandi sharp. You know?
Yeah, man. But Paul, somebody's asking how much Cuba give his team when he play for Jamaica.
How much Cuba gave what?
This is Clive Simmet, Cuba. You captain a team that played a Jamaican team, a U team that played against Cuba.
Oh, we beat Cuba 2-love in stadium, and when we went to Cuba, then beat the 3-love. They kind of robbery the game there. We play on a baseball field in Cuba, and then beat the 3-love. So we never get to go through. That was under 20.
Okay, Clive Smith was on it, on the team.
Ninja. Yes.
Oh, that's Ninja, you know.
Yeah, Clive Smith. Yeah,
Ninja. Yeah, man. All right, so somebody asking about your son, yeah, man. But I think Gregory answered that question. It sounds like he's not playing.
Right, no, probably about my son too. My son is playing in Wilmington University in Delaware, Division 2. As a matter of fact, they're in the playoffs. Yeah, they had a good season this year. Yeah, they 15. They win 15, lose 1, and draw 2.
Yeah, because he was at St. George. He's at St. George's.
Was against St. George's.
Yeah, right.
But he's doing well.
Okay. And Gregory, your son, him on a break now. Him on baby break.
Yeah, man, baby break. Man, see him next year, hopefully. Yeah. Dean, you buy a franchise. Let's get it, bro.
Yeah, right. But listen, what this is such a good conversation, to have with you guys. But Gregory, you need to come on and tell us from some of your playing days, All of these guys have come on already and talk about them playing days
Yeah,
from
yeah, we set
beginning
it
to
up. Two
yeah,
Face, I'm
man.
agent. Set it up, my agent.
All
Represent,
right, all right,
represent,
all right.
Yeah, no, Two
represent,
Face,
Two
you need to
Face.
tell. You know how Two Face get the name Gregory? You ever tell her yet?
And we me if you tell you I get it. And now in the two it go
All
to
right, no,
10. And more than two. It's gone up
no,
to
you.
10.
Okay. Is a meeting him get it in?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
yeah.
all right. So we want to just make sure so the story connect, You understand?
yeah,
No,
Uh,
a
we
simple
can't
thing,
tell that
man.
story, that one.
Go
yeah.
ahead, tell us the story.
Gregory, no, we have a meeting already. I not stayed on my trade, I already
No, it
said.
Yeah,
wasn't
stay
Stadium, I know the Port Kaiser.
Port
Same
Kaiser,
Port
man.
Kaiser.
Port Kaiser, sorry, yeah.
Right.
I already said, oh, Dean Sewell, I don't know. One day, this face, this other, day, another face. We must have two faces. One day smile, one day. So one day joke, one day serious. Yeah, two faces.
Yeah. the man said,
Man.
well, what I said to you, you're talking too much.
No, I'm
And then
saying
you
No,
said,
man.
one day smiling and one day
No,
It
it is
serious.
when we get to Port
serious.
Kaiser, when one morning we are head to the training facility and thing, and we in the bus and we are clown round. And Carl Rose say, you go joke your way out of this team, If say you need to, you go joke your way out of this team. So eventually in the evening, them call a meeting and them attack and talk. The next day now, not talking, not smiling. But 2 days after them call a next meeting. Boy, this man is too serious. So I say, boy, I want to warm though. Two face, one part, one part.
Yeah, man, the famous Two Face from out of Batman, bro.
Yeah, man. So from this up, Rudy first say, what Two Face? Then Messam
man.
take it up and then the whole team just run with it.
Man, is why you call Rudy on the program,
Yeah,
The
man.
numbers, because we get got off. Some of the money operate like them are undercut and work with the CIA. Hard to get through to them,
They got text a Linval number.
Yeah. Some of the money them are hard to get. They're very difficult to get through to, It's like going through some.
Yeah. You haven't get to Fabulous as yet?
Adonis said that he was going to talk to him for me. But just get the numbers and then Dean can always get the numbers to me. And
Dean represent.
Yeah. Dean move right, man.
Yeah.
Dean get the numbers there, man.
Get the agent.
Yeah, I start calling him double agent, man, because you know move right, man.
007.
One thing we trust each other, so from we kind of give the okay and,
Yeah.
If Paul Young call me and say a friend want to deal with something or somebody want to do something and him deem it worthy and for him put it to it, we are going to try make it happen for each other, so.
Yeah, and Dean, and if you make Mr. Mannings knowing us, when we were together, destined for us to qualify because we were like brothers, bro. When camp break, we're crying, bro. We're crying for training, resume camp, not to break,
Man, I want to go home. Mine's why I don't know that.
No, man, I know some of the stories, man. Them not tell them, man, like the man, they missed it. But that's what I'm saying. This is what not in the team now, Some of these things not in the team now,
That's
Man,
why you
can't wait for camp done,
That's
Right
why
now,
you
man, I say, me well want to leave.
You have to have some local base in the camp. That's what I said. You have to have
The camaraderie is something very important, man. It's an important factor in a good team, man. It's a very
any organization, not even team,
organization-wise, everything.
Yeah,
man.
bro.
It is a very important. We can't undermine that. We can't undersell it.
Yeah.
We are be factual because this way you see, the three of us they are joke and Freddie come, we are joke even at the serious times. The same way it was.
Yeah.
Same way it was right through the time. Here PY say if him say Bills and Bills more, we can identify what that is.
Yeah.
And then we had a nucleus of players, a few players, because we still had fractions doing.
Right.
Yep.
That does certain things outside of the game. But you understand, so when we get to camp or you have a fraction of gone over there, so go and do for them little thing. And you have a fraction of gone over there, so go and for them thing. And you have a food fraction of gone over there, so go and build them mountain. And, you know what I mean? But everybody know, you can ask Pepe, which Pardine and PY and Messam them there? It can tell you exactly where we're there. We can, you understand what I'm saying? So I just
Connection is still there.
And every time we see each other, the same vibe, we have same way.
I mean, some man is need to get to Donald Stewart also next.
Foley, yeah. Because in the upper JP, I just said that because I just talked to Spider yesterday, you know. A Spider, I don't know if you hear talk or why you drama.
Spider, Iran. Oh, Iran.
Spider, you learn that?
No, man, me talk because Spider is up by JC with Foley, you know.
Oh, that's Clyde Wedderburn.
Wedderburn, man, the goalkeeper.
Oh, Wedderburn.
Yeah, original Spider.
Original Spider. It's a sample.
Yeah, man, but a brother thing, man. Yeah. A brother thing, right?
Man, brotherly, yeah.
You see, people are saying, you see, all the amount of persons they want to get Walter Boyd at the program, get another low at the program. This one up here say, yeah, man, say get tougher.
That's not the psychological moment.
Yeah. No. You have to go subscribe.
Yeah.
You will get the pearl, man.
Huh?
You will get the pearl.
You will get the pearl and big one. You will get the pearl and big one. But they will come for the program.
Yeah, man. But Tapa not going to take any of that for now, man. Tapa wait until the campaign finish, man.
He might wait till the campaign. My bit hands full, so I might wait anyway.
Yeah.
Right, I don't need no distraction.
Man said that now go happen.
I don't need no distraction. I have a job where I have to focus on, and I'm in a difficult position.
Even this guy, a lot of people forget even this guy too, you know. God Peter King.
Oh, Flower? Wicked baller. A
lot of people forget that he was a part of the team, you know.
No, but
wicked player that man.
Yeah, but you share the story, Dean, yeah.
Remember, I will tell you about, not even the story. Remember, I will tell you about the continuation and players that we invested in that just went dormant. This is one of the players.
Yeah.
Sakati Christie too. Sakati Christie.
Yeah.
You know,
Christopher. Hey, and another player we got called out, you know, you see Al McFarlane was a standout, you know, also, you know. You
understand? So,
bro.
Yeah. Remember, you know, if you go through a 4-year campaign.
Well, like Sakati Christie, I think is the man come out of Russia's team with Loxley Reed, Ian Gerard Carr, Sakati's Christie, then win everything and then just disappear.
But
if you water that and just disappear.
No, but management, they were a part of the national program.
They was part. They were.
You understand what I'm saying? But we invest, and then once that campaign finish, all of those players going down, and that is a time to continue. So these players have already gained valuable experience, and it's just like now, Maggie's them are going to gain valuable experience. Speedy Williams them are going to gain valuable experience.
Yeah.
So come 2026, be it will qualify, yes or no, right? Them have to continually be a part of the development.
Yeah, man, the Alex Marshall and them guys, we need them, bro.
Somebody's not talking about Chris Dawes. You're talking, Gregory.
Yeah, man, Simba about, man. We have number for Simba.
Yeah,
no, man.
We have number for Simba, man.
Okay, so we get the number of them and talk to them.
Yeah, man. Simba is coaching, I think, in New Hampshire at an academy up there. He's doing well up there.
Yeah.
Somebody saying that the original Spider is from Camperdown. Really?
Yeah, man, that's true, man.
Yeah.
The original Spider?
Yeah, man. Carlton, them last name again, Dean. Carlton, them name. Carlton,
I'm not 100% sure, but yeah.
But the original Spider, man. Dona must know him. Joe must know him. If Joe listen, Joe know who I talk.
So he was Spider before
Wedderburn?
Clive Wedderburn?
Yes, man.
Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't know that. I thought Spider was the original. Clive Wedderburn must in him 50s, man.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Close to Mr. Downs.
I'm try inch here and Lawrence I'm in the Spider department.
Yeah, Spider. That's our Spider, man. Here and Lawrence.
Our Spider.
Working.
Yo.
Yeah, man. But listen, thanks for coming on. Paul, we talk so we can get some of the numbers and make some of the
link up.
Greg, are you next to know Gregory? Yeah,
G-Money.
Yeah.
Yeah, respect, you know.
All right, man,
Yeah,
love,
man.
bro.
Man.
Salute.
Yeah, man.
Good.
All right. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Bless up.
bro.
Bless up.
Bless
Yeah,
up,
man.
bless
All
up.
right.
Jamaica.
Love.
Jamaica,
Yo.
what's it Tuesday?
Jamaica will have 3 pints,
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah,
man.
me go
Good
there the
luck.
match. So
Good luck.
me
Good luck,
take
coach.
some pictures and videos and let you see. If we win, if we
Coach
No,
lose.
man,
Tapa, good luck.
we're gonna
Good
get good
luck,
feed
team.
over
Yeah,
there.
man.
Yo,
All the
Jamaica
best.
play.
All the best, Tapper.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
All the
man.
best.
Tapa,
For
do your
real.
thing.
Yeah, yeah, good
Yeah, man.
Do
support,
the
bro.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
man. All right. All right, there you go, people. What a program. What a day. What a time. Yes, Claudia. Yeah, Claudia, trust me, we're gonna work on this camp. We need to talk and then need to connect you with Freddie Butler because I'm gonna need somebody on the ground. So if you're willing, that's part of the thing. If you're willing to be one of the persons on the ground working with the camp, they are willing to connect with you. But it is going to happen, man. Trust me. They are ready to work on it, like they said. Yep. Listen, people, we're going to run because we wanted to end so we can go over and support Coach's desk, Coach Minty running this program. So thank you for sticking and staying with us for 3 hours and 16 minutes. Whoa. What a show. What a show. All kind of things, the memories and thing. So yeah, man. Yeah. All right. But thank you again for joining. Listen, if you have not yet subscribed, people, you have to subscribe to the channel. Please hit the subscribe. Get some more people to subscribe. Because the legends, when they come on, they want to know that their fans are out there. Let them know. Let all the fans of the players know that, listen, this is the place to come and meet the legends. You understand me? Really appreciate the love and the support. Big up Trick Nick, who was in the building tonight. You saw him. I know the customers, the winners, they are using the products and they are enjoying it. So big up Trick Nick. You understand me? Remember, they are the sponsors of this video. And you can get 25% discount on all Trick Nick products. All you need to do is shop at www.tricknick.ca. Enter the code I am sure sports 001 and you will get 25% discount. They have a wonderful way of shipping things to you as well that would work for your benefit. Please, before you go, if you have not yet, before you close out, please hit the subscribe button. What you say, Shatter, you don't want any Shatter. We were offering you, Shatter, Tricknick products, and you didn't take up the offer. You understand? We know you're rich like that and thing. Remember, we have a legend tomorrow who is going to be on, and we also have our schoolboy football show. We'll be showing you some clippings of goals and interviews with coaches and all of that kind of a thing. So that is going to be good. Big up Calabar looked very good in their first game. Georges with a young team did well. Mannings did well. So big up. Charlie Simit look well with Eugene Williams and Byron Earl down there coaching. Listen, a lot of the former players getting involved in the football. All right, so blessings, one and all. Please stay safe. If you want, if you're not going to bed right now, you can jump over onto jump over onto coach's desk and listen what is going on. Big up Clarendon College. Sorry, Shamika Johnson. Yes, but remember we have if you don't know, look, the promo code is right up there. See it, I am sure Sports 001, but we just got a comment to pin it in the so we'll do that for the next one. Yes, I know that Clive Wedderburn is the original Spider-Man. Clive Wedderburn. Yeah, because he's in his 50s, man. He's in his 50s. Yeah. So he must be older than Carlton Williams. Clive Wedderburn is the original Spider-Man. Thank you, Clennon Clark. Big Clennon Clark. We need to link up. We need to link up. Mr. Clark. You know you're supposed to be up on the program. Work with me now, man. Come on, Mr. Clark, man. But big up yourself, Mr. Clark. And all the other legends that were watching, thank you so much for joining. You know, really appreciate that. Big up Clarendon College. Manala put up from. Listen, we're going to have one of those shows where you come and talk about the prospects of your school winning the Manning or the Costa Cup. Again, blessings, everyone. We'll leave with a word from our sponsors, Tricknick.
Tricknick Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, Scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
Of 18 Jamaican herbs and spices, add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trick Nick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.